J-Man. I am Jason, defender of geekdom. My true calling in life was revealed to me the day I had discovered YouTube. I have the power! I became J-Man, the most powerful geek in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret. My friends Steven, Owen, and Sean. Together, we defend geekdom from the evil forces of social media. J-Man. Hey guys, welcome to the Phantom Zone for Saturday night. It's going to be fun today, I think, because we want to talk about a lot of stuff. There's the whole Ben Affleck thing with Aquaman 2. There's Aquaman versus Namor. Who's better? Who's first? Blah, blah, blah. We're going to talk about She-Hulk a bit because that's coming up pretty soon this month. Or not this month, almost this month. It's August 17th, I think, is when it's coming out. So we're going to talk about She-Hulk a bit. And whatever else comes out, we'll do an open mic as well. Probably maybe in about an hour and a half or so, we'll throw out a link and get people's opinions on stuff. But so yeah, we're going to talk about all that stuff. Keep it loose. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we will. And yeah, so as usual, I'm not going to do it alone. I'm going to bring in my first panelist. Steve, you're here.
I'm here.
Wow, this is crazy. We haven't seen you before. You've got Friday the 13th Part 3 shirt, which I love.
Yeah.
I have the Friday the 13th Part 3 novelization.
That's awesome.
And I did a book report on it in grade 6. So I did a book report on Friday the 13th Part 3 in grade 6. I'm going to find that book because it's right here. I'm going to find the book for you, and you should see I kind of bastardized it a bit. But yeah, so interesting. Okay, so we also have someone who now this person hasn't been on for a bit, so we're great. We're lucky to have him right now. So let's bring in. Hello.
Hey.
DW.
Hello. Good to be here.
It's good to have you here, man. This is awesome. Okay,
yeah.
So. Who do we got? Well, we got J-Man in the chat. That's not me. That's someone else. That's a different J-Man.
I thought that was you.
No, that's not me. That's not me. I always have this logo. That's my J-Man standard.
Yeah. Okay.
And we got Josh, man. Thanks so much for coming. Just when you're about to fall asleep, I hit with another. Listen. Woo. You're going to. What time is it at where you're at, Josh? We're 7 p.m. on Eastern time. For us over here. So before we get into it, there's a lot of stuff coming up this week. So I just want to get that out real quick before we continue. This Monday, I'm going to be on Clobberin Times channel. So this is going to be on Clobberin Times channel. The link to his channel is in the description of this video and all videos that I post. We're going to be talking about Batman number 321. It's Joker's birthday, and he's going to kill everybody that is close to Batman. That's his birthday present to himself. It's a freaking awesome comic. It's a classic one from original run of Batman before it got, too craziness or whatever. So that's gonna be this Monday. Tuesday, Steven and I are gonna be in the Phantom Zone. We're gonna be talking about wrestling. We've got to cover SmackDown, last night's SmackDown. Today we've got SummerSlam to cover. And we're going to cover Raw, Monday's Raw. That's all going to be on Tuesday, so don't miss that one. There's a lot to talk about on that one. Wednesday, we're going to be in the Action Elite War Room. So the War Room is a live stream every Wednesday that the Action Elite does. The link to the Action Elite is in the description of this video and all videos that I post. We're going to be talking about, Steve was already doing it, The Running Man. I'm going to be crazy positive on this movie, so just mentally prepare yourself for a rating that's probably like really high for no reason. I'm going to try to justify this rating if I can. We've got a tough crowd on Wednesdays. And then Thursday night, Sean and I are going to be doing another edition of 90s Comics, probably going through everything that came out in December of 1990. We're getting up to 1991. It's going to be exciting with that. We got a few people that popped in. We've got, give me back my action/horror movies. That is Charlie. Dinner's almost ready. You have no idea what's happening. Carry on. Yes, we will carry on. Charlie's got a great channel and Facebook. Well, he's got a Facebook group and a podcast. That's what they do. So the link to the Facebook group is in the description of this video and all other videos. Jordan, what's going on? DW.
Hey,
so Jordan and I have been talking today through emails. We've been going back and forth. We're going to talk some She-Hulk, buddy. So keep your eyes open and your ears peeled. Is that what? I don't know. I don't know what the terms are. So, okay. Woo. So, well, let's start with DW because you weren't on last week. What are your thoughts on the San Diego Comic-Con stuff? Is there anything that you're pumped up for? Anything that you're kind of mad on? I mean, is there anything?
No.
There's
actually nothing. There's nothing.
There's nothing.
I the Black Adam one. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know if I should like him or hate him, which is like a DC thing.
Right.
I don't know. If you have the Justice Society in a movie, automatically it's a 10 out of 10. So obviously I'm going to watch it. I'm going to buy I'll buy everything because, I have to. But I just hope it's going to be good. I don't think it looks great so far. The Shazam, actually, I didn't think they looked great at all. Nothing from Aquaman, right? I mean, they had like a making of, which actually I didn't like that either. I feel like I'm so negative. I don't think there's anything I liked.
Yeah.
What else was there? What am I? She-Hulk. I mean, we'll discuss She-Hulk.
We're going to discuss She-Hulk because I went ahead and read the first 8 issues of John Byrne's run. So this is She-Hulk Volume 2, which is technically called the Sensational She-Hulk. Volume 1 was just technically called the Savage She-Hulk, which I did not read. I've read 0 She-Hulk. Well, 0. I've read like 4 or 5 She-Hulk comics growing up as a kid. I liked She-Hulk. I liked her in Fantastic Four. I thought she looked really cool. I liked her in the cartoons and stuff. Never got into the comics. And actually, I think that if I had gotten into the comics, Sensational She-Hulk, I don't think I would have liked it as much because I wouldn't have understood it the way I understand it now. So did you ever read old She-Hulk or no?
I have a ton of them. Like I got them all for 25 cents each. So when
Sensational
I saw them, I'm like,
or Savage?
Both.
Both. Okay, both.
Sensational I like just because it's John Byrne and his Man of Steel stuff was like some of my favorite Superman stuff ever. Like it's just amazing. I actually just read it recently. But I never got into She-Hulk ever. And I couldn't. I don't know why. And they kept canceling the title. So I mean that tells you what other people thought too.
Right.
It just wasn't that good.
So Sensational She-Hulk went up to number 60. So I was able to get them all through digital, but I'm very close to getting them all in physical form. I might actually track that collection down. Again, I've only read 8, so I don't want to go too crazy. I'll read a bit more. I think they're genius. These 8 have been genius for me. I've loved them. I've never read anything so fast where I'm like, wow, this is great. I got to read the next one, the next one, the next one. So I'm really liking the comic a lot. But John Byrne, for me, I really haven't read anything that John Byrne has done that I haven't liked. I can't think of anything offhand.
He's amazing.
He's awesome, right? So, but Steve, so you're going through the Hulks.
I'm at 400.
400. So you're past me on my rereads because I'm on. I don't know. I mean, he's been fighting Ned's corpse or whatever. Night of the Living Ned or whatever was the.
Oh, that's Spider-Man, wasn't it?
No. Okay, so no, I'm not. I'm Who is the zombie guy he was fighting?
Was that Half-Life?
Half-Life. I'm sorry. Half-Life.
Oh, Half-Life. Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Okay.
He just fought Half-Life, so you're past that.
Yeah, he's in the Pantheon. Right.
Yeah, so that's like way past.
Like Marlo Chandler just got killed.
Okay, yeah. So see, this is like past where I collected as a kid. So I've never read what Steve, where you're at right now. I don't remember. I need to see the covers, but I don't think I ever read those because I collected Hulk as much as I could up until around this. Like I'm very close to catching up to where I was as a kid.
Right.
So you're to the point now where you've passed what I even know about Hulk. So has She-Hulk been not really? She's not really been in any of these.
Hardly
right?
at all. Like maybe one or two. Yeah, this is 92 now. So this is now like Banner, Gray Hulk, and Green Hulk have all merged. Right. So it's just Hulk. There's no Banner, there's no Gray Hulk anymore. Right. It's just Hulk.
Right.
It's really good. It's still awesome. It continues to surprise me. Leader's back now finally, but it's now like kind of like good guy Leader. It's weird.
Right.
He's now like he's got an empathic bond with Rick Jones. So when Marvel dies, Rick Jones goes to like Doctor Strange and Reed Richards and Henry Pym, and they're all like, you can't bring the dead back. The Leader is the one guy who comes to him and says, because you miss Marvel Chandler, now I miss Marvel Chandler. This is getting in the way of what I need. So I need to bring back Marvel Chandler. And we're like, the Leader's going to help Rick Jones bring back Marvel? This is insane.
So holy crap! So, and this is definitely still Peter David, right? I mean, he's on for quite a long time. So is he green now? Is he?
He's just green.
He's just green all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I definitely don't have any of those. I didn't like the all Hulks combined.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't like it then.
Yeah.
I don't. That's not me reading it. That's just me like, oh, I don't want all the Hulks to combine. I like it to be all separate.
Yeah.
But I mean that's like 100 years ago. So now. It's like it could be a different story right after I've gone back and read some of these, but I own all these on digital. So
yeah, we're talking 30 years out, right? This is 92 now. I'm at the end of 1992.
Right.
So wait, you guys haven't read the newer stuff with the Immortal Hulk? I don't know what it is now.
Yeah, I have at least number 1 to 25 or something of Immortal Hulk. I was buying that comic. I thought it was pretty awesome, but I never finished it. Was that good? Did you finish it or?
I finished it. It started off great. It really moved along amazing. And then at one point, I just didn't understand anything that was happening in any issue. I made a comment on one of your recent videos. I think you were reviewing Patch and Gambit.
Yes.
I read Gambit was I mean, I don't know why they released that. Patch wasn't garbage. Terrible. I thought Patch would be garbage. It didn't need to be like they could have done that in one issue instead of carrying out this whole thing, just like you were saying. But go
ahead. No, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Finish your
No, so but I actually liked it. I like the fact that if you're going to have Wolverine in a comic, have him do something. If you have him killing guys and tearing stuff up, you've already sold me. I'm good. Like I don't even want. I feel like I don't need more than that anymore because they don't have good comics anymore.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, reading these sensational She-Hulks, and at the time of this comic book, this is like late 80s. So we're getting mentally prepared for the Batman '89 movie. Like we're in this kind of like really like action-y realm. Had I read Sensational She-Hulk back then, I'd be like, but now, in the midst of all this other stuff, you're like, this is brilliant and it's funny and it's so great. You just flip through the pages so quickly. And I'm like, I remember this is not fair because I just read them, but let's pick something else. I went back and started reading Journey into Mystery from Thor's appearance. So that's number 83 or whatever it is.
Yep.
And I'd read it before. So when Thor Part 1 had come out in theaters, I got pumped up for Thor again. So I'm like, let me go back and read these. And I'm going back reading them now. So whenever Thor 1 came out, whatever year, to today, whatever time has passed, 10 years or whatever, I've gone back and started rereading these. And I'm like, I remember this one. Oh, I remember this. Yep, I remember this. And I'm like, I remember it all. I cannot remember last month's X-Men.
Seriously,
And I
don't remember. I literally don't remember. I don't remember one thing about it. That's amazing. But I don't understand any of the comics anymore. I feel like either my intelligence has gone down the toilet, which maybe it did.
No,
I don't know.
Like you just don't understand anything anymore. Like even they did Secret Wars again. This is a few years ago already.
Yeah.
I didn't understand a bloody thing that happened in that series. I was so pumped up for it. And then when it happened, I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like when is something going to happen that I'll feel like I'm part of it? But the whole thing just passed. So, and that's comics today.
Yeah.
There's just nothing in them anymore. Like, you know, I read the entirety of what was that Batman thing that just happened? Not the Tower, but before then. Like the one with Scarecrow in that.
Yeah, Fear State or something.
Fear State. It was okay.
Yeah.
But I kept reading. I read every single day. I had the checklist. That was the one I remember. I said I'm going to do the entire checklist, and I walked up and I'm like, it just felt like Scarecrow was scaring the city for 30 issues, and then it was over. And I'm like, but what happened? I don't get the Tower. I don't get what happened in the Gotham, like Arkham Tower. I don't like stuff. The only storyline that really hit me recently that I can still remember is Robin on Lazarus Island, because there was a Mortal Kombat-esque tournament and stuff. And I remember all that, Matt, and, you know, Mother Soul and all that. To me, that was the best thing I've read in like a year or so. That's with modern comics. Everything else is like, I read it, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And then I forget the next week. Like when I read the comic for the next time, I have to, what's happening? Who's this?
I have zero memory.
Yeah.
Okay, so Steve, that Robin, you're right. I remember. That's the only thing I remember.
Yeah.
Fear State. This is my review of Fear State. Scarecrow was scaring people. That's all I remember. I remember, and that's easy to remember because it's called Fear State. So you think of Scarecrow. It's like the Tower. It's like Psycho Pirate controlled people at Arkham Asylum. And it's like, to get money or something. Like, it's just like, I don't care. Like, and man, they are dragging comics out. This Superman on Warworld.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
It's garbage. it's so painful to read. I read the most recent one and I was like, why? I don't even know who the people are.
I don't know anybody.
I'm reading it.
I don't know anything. I'm too behind. So I'm like, okay, today I'm going to sit down. My problem is that I've been reading those pulps that I got, right? Yeah. And also this came in. This is a Sean recommendation that I got.
Whoa.
So this is basically, this is like a black guy, but like Conan. So it's not exactly a black Conan, but it's kind of like that. Like he's like a big, strong guy and he goes on adventures. So it's in Africa, but there's like, you know, sorcery and stuff. So it's like sorcery, but in Africa with a black strong man. It's super interesting. This may have been one of the, and it's written by a black guy. So it's actually like a pretty amazing thing to have anyway. So Sean got me onto that one and I'm like, I haven't started that one yet, but I'm reading all these other ones. I'm like, okay, let me go back to Superman. Speak of the devil. Let's bring in. Speak of the devil. He just appeared in the back. Let's bring him in here. Where is his thing? Hello.
So, you mentioned Sean, and he appears.
I mean, it's like Beetlejuice. So,
like Sean's an asshole.
Here he is. No, but so I've been reading those pulps, and then I'm like, okay, I got to read this Action Comics. I'm too behind. Come on, it's Superman.
God.
I'm like, and Sean already knows this because we talked privately. I literally skipped the annual because it was brutal.
It's bad.
I read like 2 pages. I'm like, this now. So I'm like, let me get back to this story, and I'm like, I don't remember. and DW, you know, I've never said this. I've never said this in any of my X-Men reviews. I thought I was going senile. I'm like, wow, I don't remember anything. I'm like, my intelligence, it must have dropped. Like it's like it used to have +3 intelligence. Now I'm like +1 or whatever. D&D terms. I'm like, why can't I remember any comic I'm reading? And then I went back to reading that Journey into Mystery from 10 years ago. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this one. I remember this. I'm like, okay, well, why do I remember all these? And it's like, thank God that Marvel has a 1-page synopsis of what's going on.
Yep.
Now, D, have you ever read that synopsis and be like, wow, that sounds really cool? I'm like, I don't think that's been going on. I'm like, what?
Yes.
Like I read the synopsis. So I was like, well, this sounds awesome. I'm like, but I've been rating these very poorly. I'm like, wait, let me look at those old issues. I'm like, no, this wasn't happening. And it's like, because the synopsis is all that happened. Like, it could have just been one comic. Like, what you just gave me a synopsis of should have just been one comic.
It's got all the good parts and all the stuff where they're talking and stuff, which is like 20 of the pages.
Right.
They put in that synopsis, right? So,
right. Oh, we do. We got someone else who's popped in. Let's bring him in right now. Hey, John, what's going on, man?
Hello, how's it going?
Good. So just a quick thing. So John is from Action-Flix.com. The link to his website is in this video, in the description of this video, and all other videos that I post, unless you go back to the dawn of time when I didn't know him.
Yeah. Hey, Crimson Ghost, what's up?
Crimson Ghost, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Crimson Ghost.
All right, so let's see what's going on here with our buddy Jordan here. Dude, they're still dragging out Superman. I know.
I didn't read the latest one. I haven't, but I read other
Sean,
you don't need to.
Right?
Yeah, DW, Sean and I are literally like dying here. And I'm reading all these cool pulp things. I'm halfway through Operator 5. I started, and actually my buddy Owen from the Action Elite got me this Making of Highlander book. And I'm like, whoa. I'm reading interesting things. I don't want to go back to this rubbish that I'm forced to. And then I almost stopped reviewing the X-Men books because I'm like, what am I going to review? Gambit. Nothing happened. Okay.
Wow.
Wolverine Patch. He's still in the forest fighting those same, and there's like 14 factions that he's fighting. And I don't remember any of them. Last issue, they're like, here's the Yakuza. I'm like, they weren't there before, were they? And it's crazy. Oh my God. All right. So what else do you want to, okay. So DW, you've got nothing exciting. You're not excited about anything at San Diego Comic-Con?
I can't remember anything. Black Adam, I remember. Shazam, I remember. Was there something else?
Superhero wise,
Black Panther
with
gosh.
Namor.
Forever,
yeah. We can talk about
Curse of the Pink Panther.
I'm more into that.
It's the same thing. It's like he's dead, but they still continue making the movie, and they're trying to find him. And all
right. Well, we can talk about
Namor, whatever.
We'll talk about we'll talk about Namor and Aquaman as well. But Aquaman, they're saying that Ben Affleck might be Batman in Aquaman 2.
That's such a Hail Mary pass. Didn't they finish filming this movie or no? They had a test screening, no?
So do you think it's fake, Sean, or
no? I think it's real. I think they're panicking. I think they're like, oh my God, get Ben Affleck back in the reshoots. It sounds so much like Warner Brothers. I don't care who is in charge. It's still Warner Brothers. Only the best decisions.
I just want to know if Warner Brothers was like pissed off at him, like because he came out. Did you see the video where he came out with the tourists coming by, and he's like, well, the cat's out of the bag, and he's like, this is what happened,
Well, Warner Brothers is weird.
He goes into Ben Affleck's trailer. He's on the phone. He's like, "Oh, sorry, dude." He walks back out. It's
right. Yeah, I don't know. Warner Brothers, like, they can't pick a thing. That's their problem, right? Yeah. And then it's just a disaster every time. So Black Manta is going to be the villain in Aquaman 2, I guess. Isn't he?
Sure.
They're doing a Loki thing with the Ocean Master, where Ocean Master and Aquaman have a buddy comedy together. Something like that. So Ocean Master's now with him, but I guess he still does bad thing. It sounds like Thor: The Dark World to me.
Right.
That's not a ringing endorsement, man.
Yes.
Yeah. That yeah. Well, okay. So you know what's funny? They never brought this up, and I only thought about this the other day. Because I have an Aquaman tattoo, and Namor's in my top 10 favorite characters in any comics. He used to be my favorite Marvel character because I want to show him a lot of love and just say he's my favorite character. So I love Aquaman, who's also in my top 10 DC guys, whatever. So the only reason I don't have a Namor tattoo is because he's all naked and it's just that there's nothing to tattoo.
A naked man, yeah.
But no, and then I remember, and I was looking at my Aquaman. I'm like, oh, he's got blonde hair. I'm like, yeah. And Jason Momoa didn't have the blonde hair. And then I remember this now. Let me know if any of you guys remember this. Aquaman, like Arthur, having blonde hair was actually part of the story because the other Atlanteans all had dark hair, and it was a bad omen that he had blonde hair. And I remember that being a thing. And it just dawned on me, just like we're talking 24 hours ago, when I was like, oh shit, that was a thing in the comics. Now, am I right on that, Sean? Or
it makes sense because he's like a half-breed, and they would have done some strange thing. That was a through line in all comics, right?
Right.
It's like Snake Eyes is different, and yeah,
right. He's white.
But then when they start like thinking about race and saying, okay, well, he's gonna be like the other, you're sort of like trotting on the whole idea of him not being fully Atlantean and being sort of side-eyed for that, right? So yeah.
Well, everyone,
and he looks he because he's all tatted up and stuff. He looks more Atlantean than the Atlanteans.
I was just gonna say that. That's what I was gonna say.
Stuff in his beard and everything. It's like
that's true. Yeah.
He's like mega into it. You guys suck, and you were born there.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like Aquaman's more into it than the other. He looks more like an Atlantis
thing in
guy.
his brow and Jesus, like he's like all into it, guys. You guys have to step up. Anyway,
all right, okay, let's do round table. What are your thoughts on this? You'll know my thoughts the way I introduced this. What are your thoughts on this bullshit? No Atlantis for Namor. Like, okay. Steve, what are your thoughts? Namor is not from Atlantis. Is that the most garbage thing of all time? Yes, or do you think that that's not that garbage? If you think it's okay, then I'm just. If you think it's okay, let me know.
Namor's entire identity, from what I've read, and I haven't read like as much as you have, but like his entire identity is being the king of Atlantis. That's why he does everything. So he has no purpose in the movie, as far as I'm concerned. If he's not from Atlantis, then why is he here? What's he want? What's he doing here?
Yeah, it's from some other. I don't know if it's an Inca thing or if it's
it's mine, right?
Yeah.
What? Okay, DW, what are your thoughts?
You know what? Thor is not Thor. You know, right. Let me actually put it a different way. Who actually is their character?
Yeah, Captain America.
It's like we're in a total variant, like alternate universe. So I don't even care. I mean, I don't like the way he looks. I didn't even know you liked Namor, by the way. I've known you
I have a whole
years.
shelf of Namor stuff.
I can't believe it. I love Namor. I've loved Namor since I was a little kid. And when the Human Torch burnt away his beard and you saw who he was, I was like, this is the coolest guy. I was totally into the character. And he could fly. I bought all the comics. I have like 1 million Namor comics.
Oh, yeah, I got a lot.
And so when I see him with piercings and stuff going through his face, I don't even care. Like, I don't know who this guy is. And if he's from Atlantis or from Mars, I don't really care. Like, it's not Namor. So
how
whatever
they
they're going to do with him, why? There's no reason.
How did they you can't break it's just anyways. Yeah.
So I actually really don't have a comment on it at all because I don't recognize anyone. So I'm like, great, it's a new character for me. Like, I don't care. And I haven't liked anything for such a long time other than Doctor Strange 2, which somehow I think it's only because of Sam Raimi. That's like I love that movie. I've watched it like 12 times.
I've only seen it twice.
On a side note, I got my 4K today and I threw it in, and it's literally dead-eyed Doctor Strange with a cape of damned souls is going to go fight the Scarlet Witch. Why is this movie not liked? What the hell? What the hell was everyone else watching?
Yeah, they kept saying it was woke, but it's not woke at all. And
if you're looking for it, perhaps, but
yeah,
but that's the thing. I don't like the guys. Just think with some sense. I
like it's a movie. Like you need to have the MacGuffin. All right, so John, what are your thoughts on Namor being non-Atlantean? Does it matter to you really, or are you okay with it?
Well, yeah, I mean that's the character I grew up with. I mean, so like, why would they? Okay, I'm behind. Why did they change it? Like, what was the theory behind this?
the thought process is that Aquaman is already from Atlantis, and they don't want to draw.
Oh, so they don't want to. Oh, okay.
But Namor, just for everyone's knowledge, Namor predates Aquaman.
Yeah,
I don't know, 2 or 3
when
years
they just
at
say
least.
that, like market that, like stand behind the character rather than just change it.
Why do you think? Why do they think we're so stupid where we can't, dissociate?
Because they think we're stupid.
That the executives, and again, I always yell at the suits. It's like they think we're freaking idiots. Like with what it's like. Oh, okay. So you have 2 Atlanteans. Oh my god, I don't know what to do with myself. It's like it's like
the thing, like no.
It's like they're not going to go into this movie and be like, oh, we don't want to go see Aquaman now because you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on,
no. It's like,
no, they're not. It's like they're both from It's like, but that's it. It's like, come on. It's like just Marvel has theirs, DC has theirs. It's like, why can't there be one in each?
Yeah,
that's who I grew up with. Like, I don't understand. Like, he's what, Mayan? Is that what you said? I didn't hear that.
I don't know what it is. Sean, do you know what it is?
And so that's part of the problem, Jay, man. It's like any chance anyone thought of Namor being mainstream popular from his appearance in the MCU has gone out the window now, because you can't even explain where he's from. I don't even know. You don't know, Jay, man. Like I read it and I can't remember the name of it. They have to market the thing. It's like when the movie comes out. If it were me and we already committed this sin, and I'm like, okay, I guess he's from Takaland or whatever. I guess it's Takala or something like that.
I don't know how to pronounce it. It's got those lines. My name is a weird name too, because I'm Croatian. My last name is a funky name. It's got little. I do not know where the accents go on my last name. I have to constantly look it up. It's like, where's those accents? I still don't know. Hey, gun to my head, I'm like, I can't spell my last name.
Jason's supposed to be. The whole month thing, right? The month connection, right?
Yeah, like January or whatever.
July, August.
July,
yeah,
August,
I thought that's
September,
what
October,
Jason was supposed to be.
No, my aunt, I think my aunt liked Greek names, so she's like, use Jason, and my mom's like, okay. So my last name is all funky.
Yeah,
we have like a family crest we're in Croatian, so we have like a Croatian crest that has like a crown and an arm on it. It's pretty cool. I was thinking of getting that as like
do a tattoo.
Yeah, that'd be sick. So we've got our crest, but it's got all the accents on. Like we don't use them in the spelling. Anyways, so the name of this place that he's from has all those things. So I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh my god, why would they do this? Like the thing is, when it comes out, they have to say maybe he's king of the ocean. Just say that, right? Just simplify the damn thing. No one knows what this is. No one. You're gonna market this in Japan and like freaking China and stuff. It's like Russia's gonna know what this place is. We don't even know what a Mayan is. Right. Like, what are you doing? Everyone knows Atlantis. Like, simplify this, right? So yeah, I think that's the alarming thing to me. It's like I don't even like I get a subset of culture knows what this is. We don't, and they're really gonna have to like pound the drum on this to get people to understand what it is and say it, like be able to pronounce it, and say it to their friends. And like it's kind of a lost cause. I mean, this thing comes out in months, in like November. So now to November. Like this isn't next year or something. So they really have to do a lot of legwork to get Namor over. And it's just say he's from Atlantis. Everyone knows what that is. You're not competing with Aquaman. Just say that he was the first. That's all you have to do. Be confident in the character. He's your character. Just be confident in it. That's all.
Yeah. I agree.
Yep. I mean, and the thing is though, okay, Namor's the first Marvel character.
Yeah.
Him,
and this is what
Jim Hammond.
Yeah.
Him and Jim Hammond, I think, predate Captain America. Captain America.
It's between him and Torch. Like I don't know if Torch is the the Android Human Torch.
Yeah, I think Namor might appear first. You could look it up. Timely.
Yeah, because Human Torch literally appears in Marvel #1. So
Namor. I think
Namor's before that in Timely Comics.
Namor's in Timely Comics, and Aquaman's like 3 years later for sure. Because this is like this would be what, late 30s? Namor's late 30s, along with Superman and those guys. And they weren't even Marvel Comics when Namor was there. Then it became Marvel, and that's Jim Hammond, the Invaders, Jim Hammond, friggin' Torchy, Submariner, Captain America, Bucky. Those are your guys. And there's no Stan Lee or any of this crap. Like, this is way before. Aquaman is after. Now, Aquaman got a lot of play on TV, right? Because, look, everyone here, I don't know, John, I don't want to speak for you, but I think most of us here knew Aquaman before Namor. Does that sound right?
Yeah, a cartoon series.
Yeah.
He had a cartoon.
Yeah.
And everyone knows that cartoon. Yeah.
No, Namor had a cartoon.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
He did have that cartoon.
But that 60s cartoon like kind of died the death of 1,000 dogs, right? It didn't get syndicated.
Ruler of the deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead, John.
Well, Aquaman's more mainstream for, like, you know, if you ask 9 out of 10 people, 9 out of 10 will know Aquaman before they know Namor. For
sure.
Yeah. So, but that's why I don't understand, like, why they can't just keep him at, you know, because, like, again, you know, I don't know, but it's like, because he's not as popular. He's not. I mean, we know him, but like mainstream audiences like Namor, you know, because unless they read him in the comics, they're not going to know who he is, you know. But for whatever
he's from,
but Aquaman was in the cartoons, you know, and like, so they he got to be more mainstream than Namor. So yeah.
So Namor is from Talocan.
Yeah, Talocan. We had that up here. This is.
Yeah.
Where is them? Now you have to educate everyone on that. It's like, this isn't really something people know.
And it sounds like a different Tala. So, you know, instead of a C, put a B, and it's like.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
So, I mean, I don't understand, you know, like, oh boy. I got.
Telling me banana.
Yeah.
You know.
Message.
It's brutal. Okay, so let's just quickly talk about She-Hulk as well. So Sean, I read the first 8 John Byrne She-Hulks, Sensational She-Hulk. So I'm going to grab all those next show for sure. I'll start grabbing some of those because I don't have any. Wait, Namor came out 39, Aquaman 41.
So Namor is first,
Yeah.
Yep.
April 1939.
So that's so what's like 2 years? It's two and a half.
1940 is when. Actually, I don't know when Human Torch. Did someone say that or no?
So no. Crimson's saying Aquaman's 41. So
Aquaman. Like I don't care about Aquaman.
Yeah, but we're just saying Aquaman versus Namor. The point is I just
but Namor is the first Marvel character.
Yeah, but Namor's the first Marvel character.
Stop.
Yeah, so Namor's the first Marvel character, and this is the treatment that they're giving this character, right? Like, I mean, this is a bunch of crap.
I mean, it is Black Panther, Wakanda forever, so whatever.
Yeah, like there's no Black Panther is not in Black Panther. Well, it's not called Black Panther. It's just called Wakanda. Is it called Black Panther?
No, it's Wakanda.
Well, they have Black Panther on top, and then it says Wakanda
forever.
So
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So it's called Black Panther.
Wakanda forever. Yeah.
Well, Shuri is or whatever her name is.
Shuri.
Shuri
is Black Panther. That was confirmed in a Lego set.
Yeah, the Lego. I was just gonna say. I was gonna say the Lego.
Lego man, you can't.
They keep busting bubbles everywhere, man. It's like,
between Lego and like copyright submissions, it's like that's where you can get them.
Yeah.
I recommend you try another sport, like knitting.
Like, seriously, guys. Okay, so Lego does spoil a lot, though.
Yeah,
they're awesome. I love it.
No, Lego's awesome. So Shuri is Black. So then, who's going to build the technology? Is she building her own technology and then wearing
she's
it?
able to, right?
Probably.
I mean, this is like a disaster.
From what I hear,
you've lost one of the most popular Black characters.
Yeah,
male characters at least.
Well,
male characters.
That was tragic. I mean, so yeah, like I personally don't think they should have made another one. But
from what I hear, like she's Black Panther in the movie, but then at the end, what's his face? M'Baku becomes king of Wakanda or something like that. So I don't know if he can be. But the thing is, what they introduced in the previous movie was you have to be part of that lineage to get that flower to get the powers, right? So maybe they can say like, "Oh, like I've just discovered you're like an offshoot of the family or something like that." I don't know.
They've messed this up, man. Look, remember in Holy Grail where she asks she's like, "How do you become king?" Then he's like, "The Lady of the Lake, gave me the sword," and then that guy, I can't remember which Monty Python guy it is, but he's like, he goes, a woman in a lake distributing a sword is not a good basis of government or whatever. Or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, this is Wakanda. It's like we're the most advanced civilization, except for the fact that we do trial by combat and use magical flowers. It's like, It's like, okay. It's like,
why not?
We just allowed a serial killer. This guy has killed women and children. This Killmonger. Kill is in his name. He's literally killed all these people, and he becomes the king because he cheated to win or something, or I don't remember what it was. He won somehow in this battle. I'm like, that is dumb. Like, I don't know. That's dumb. I don't know what to tell you. In any case. So now Shuri, who's the smart one, is going to be the smart one and the fighter. They should have
defeat somebody though.
Yes.
I would have recast him.
Yeah,
James Bond.
They carry on about like, lack of roles for black people. Well, here's one. Like, what the hell? Between this and like Tyler Perry playing like 8 people in his movies, it's like, you can't get ahead, man.
They could have got Tyler Perry to play. Tyler Perry should have played everybody in Wakanda.
Tyler Perry, just playing everyone.
He could play everyone, yeah.
That's what he does. So, and they're all in drag. It's just like they're just like.
I think they didn't recast him out of respect for Chadwick Boseman. That's probably what.
Yeah, that's what they. I think that's what they did.
Yeah, but here's the thing, John. Chadwick Boseman, as great as he was as Black Panther, didn't originate. Like, it wasn't like Indiana Jones where the role was written and he was the first person to play him. Black Panther's been around forever.
Yeah.
Right. Like that. That's the thing. Like, it's like the Joker when Heath Ledger passed away. They're like, "Oh, no one should play the Joker again." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Absolutely.
Already had Jack Nicholson play the Joker.
Yeah.
Like, he played the Joker and he won an Oscar.
So, yeah. Like, I'm lost. And then they did what's his face as the Joker, and they've done Joaquin Phoenix won the Oscar for Joker, so just recast it. Like, I don't understand. Like, Chadwick Boseman was a great actor. Like, should no one play Jackie Robinson anymore? Because he played Jackie Robinson. Should no one play? He's played a bunch of notable roles. Should no one play any of those roles ever again? So to Sean's point, we're like, we're trying to get black actors in more, but now we're cutting down the roles they can play. So how does this make any sense?
I totally agree.
The thing, they lionize the character too much. It's like, oh, Black Panther, and it's all normies and stuff that were looking for some sort of representation and stuff.
Yeah.
Not understanding that by the time that movie came out, the character had been in publication for 52 years. Yeah. It's like, it's not a new character they made for Chadwick Boseman to play. No. It's like, and now we can't get that character back anymore because you insist on killing him off with the actor. Sure.
So Namor isn't the villain.
It's going to be a Tuma, right?
Yeah,
Dr. Doom. I heard that. Dr. Doom. I heard that.
Okay.
Well, Dr. Doom and Namor have teamed up, sort of. In supervillain team up, which is a great.
That's
series.
A great comic, yeah.
But I mean, like, I don't know. But the thing is, it's like I don't want Namor to be a goof either. Like, the thing is,
I don't think he will be. Like, that's what I was saying. Was it to you? I was like, because this whole movie is based on the idea that they're honoring Chadwick Boseman's passing and everything. It's very somber, very serious, and as a result, I don't think Namor is going to be a joke a minute asshole. He's going to be a more serious dude. And I mean, I hate to say it, I think it's because of that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep. I think this is going to be.
He's not going to be Star-Lord.
It's true. It's not going to be a fun movie.
No,
no, it won't be.
No.
I kind of don't want a fun movie.
Go
ahead, John.
Well, yeah, because if they're honoring Chadwick Boseman, it's like it's got to be a Debbie Downer for like 2 hours and 15 minutes or whatever. So
I have no desire to watch this.
Sign me up.
I
don't like any
I
of the
forgot the
Wakandan
trailer came
characters
out.
other than Black Panther. So
Yeah, I was good. Yeah, the
I don't
only
like
guy
any
I
of them.
like.
They're
The only
all
person
they
I
do
like
is yell all their lines. It's amazing. It's like,
Yeah.
what the hell? It's like, oh, no,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Like, I don't want to watch that. Well, like, T'Challa was the only one that was calm, cool, and collected. And I like that guy. But
Yes.
it's like everyone else is just like screaming everything all the fucking time. So yeah, I
like
don't
his
want to
fall-
watch a whole movie of that.
I liked his father too.
He's cool too when he died. So
What were you going to say,
He was
DW?
cool too when he died. Yeah.
yeah.
DW, what were you going to say?
Oh no, I mean I didn't even remember there was a trailer for it. That's how much I'm into the movie. And it's Namor, right? Like that's amazing to me. It's amazing. You know what? Like Ant-Man. Ant-Man is a character. Iron Man 2 in the comics, I hated those guys.
Yeah.
I never liked Iron Man. I never liked Ant-Man. I never liked Doctor Strange. And even Captain America, I wasn't dying over him, but I loved their movies. So ironically, Namor, who's a character who I actually love, I have no interest. I don't even remember that he was in a trailer. That's how bad it is.
Hey Arkham, thanks for showing up here, buddy. Yeah, J-Man, we heard Shuri's becoming Black Panther. I mean, Shuri was okay as Shuri, but not as Black Panther. Like,
Well, the movie version of her can't be Black Panther. It's like she can't fight.
she can't fight, and
Well,
she can't
sucks.
learn.
I heard that there's going to be like a bunch of them. Like even the Queen was going to become Black Panther. Or
my
Oh
God.
gosh.
that's what I heard. That's what.
Is
Yeah,
that it?
yeah,
We are Black Panther?
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
Black Panther.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
exactly.
Black
God.
Panther. So is my wife. Yeah.
Like you'll
Martin
see the
Freeman will be Black Panther?
you'll see the finale, and there'll be like 15 Black Panthers all lined up
Awesome.
in a row. It's like,
Well, do they all get the flower?
So,
That
so
goes
here's
against
the thing.
continuity.
We honor Chadwick Boseman by showing how replaceable he is. We can have 15 of them.
Oh, I'm gonna play that one right now for that. That's a good one.
Message.
That's the message. Anyone can be Black Panther.
That's right.
Who's gonna be? You. Come here.
Yeah.
You're Black Panther. Put on the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Wakanda forever. It's
All the
like
white kids, like,
no, they
You
can't
know-
be Black Panther.
You
They
know
can't
who
be,
I
yeah.
want? I want Black Panther to be an actor we don't know, so that way he doesn't have to have an ego, and he can actually keep his mask on when he's Black. Unlike when Chadwick Boseman and Michael B. Jordan were fighting, it's like yes, no, yes, no, yes. It's like we know who it is. It's like just keep their freaking masks on already. That's what pisses me off the most is like when they get these celebrities to play these roles. It's like they got to see their faces. It's like get a no name, get a no name.
Well, Kang and High Evolutionary. I'm disappointed, right? So
No, he won't. You're right. Like he'll be. I have zero idea Crimson Ghost what they're doing with this movie. Like I am baffled. I was almost as baffled as I was by the Shazam Gods of the Fury of the Gods trailer. I was actually really baffled by that because I was sitting there like, what is this movie? Like Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu are wearing drapes, and Captain Marvel is seeing a psychiatrist. I'm like, who wrote
You want
this?
some advice? Take your fancy clothes and your black silk underwear and go back to Disneyland.
I love
Thank
That
you,
was
John Bond.
exactly my reaction.
Double impact. Oh,
Never spoken more truer
that's
words
the
ever.
best.
Yeah.
It's true. That's why I clipped that. It's like go back to Disneyland.
It's owned by Disney.
That's what I'm saying. It's perfect. It worked out perfect.
Disneyland.
Go back to Disneyland. I could clip that entire movie pretty much. I've got one that I'm saving. I've got one that I'm saving for a good comment. So we'll hopefully that comes tonight. Keep your fingers crossed. No, but gosh, yeah. I mean, this is crazy. So he's saying Jordan was saying recast T'Challa was trending too. So that's saying because I think
doesn't matter now.
people have been okay.
Yeah, the
here's
movie's
problem.
made.
The movie's made. Yeah.
It's like out in a few months.
This is why. This is why Twitter's bad. Duh. No, but this is one of the reasons why Twitter actually is kind of bad in this case because people say a bunch of crap and then the studio reacts to it as opposed to, look, you got to think this through. Now, all of us have a boss, I think, that we answer to. You ever send an email, you're about to send an email to your boss, you're like, let me reread this before
Yeah.
I hit send.
Yeah.
You ever do that, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, let me reread this email. That's the thing. It's like, okay, quick, we have to just get someone new to be Black Panther. Hold on. Maybe we recast this. Take a step back and think this through. Remember, everyone's all jazzed up now. This movie is 2 or 3 years away before you start actually getting it into the theater.
Yeah.
Are they going to still think this 3 years down the road? And what happens in 3 years is that people forget or get more used to the idea that Chadwick has passed away. They get used to the idea. More Black Panther comics still continue. The comics come out, right? They did like they've got like, you know, animated things or whatever whatever that he's in video games. He's in that Marvel Strike Force game. Like he's in video games, right? So he was in that What If, right? So it's like as people start to not warm up, but get used to the idea that he's dead. It's like, okay, now we need to keep this character alive. Black Panther needs to remain alive. Same with when Heath Ledger passed away, everyone's like, that's it. No one's ever the Joker. And that was literally walking
that went away in 1 second.
And that went away right away. I'm like, but the Joker is Batman's main nemesis. That can't be right.
Yeah.
That's weird. It's like, right. And that's it. And that went away. It's going to go away. Like, why didn't they see that went away? And now you've lost Black Panther because now you don't give a Van Damme. I must have a GIF for that one. Let's see. Oh no, this one.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. This was just a mistake, and this movie's going to suffer for it because people are going to watch this. And as I always say, what's the promise of this movie? You walk out, and what are you supposed to be hyped up for? Once you walk out of that movie, like let's take an example of like Guardians of the Galaxy. We walked out of Guardians of the Galaxy, and I immediately ran to Toys R Us. I'm like, okay, what Lego? First of all, I grabbed the Lego thing, and I'm like, I immediately bought all of the Star-Lord toys I could find. I was like, okay, I got to get a Groot or something. I started buying Funko Pops, all that. What are you gonna? You walk out of Black Panther, you walk out of Wakanda Forever, you're like, okay, like who am I pumped up for? Am I supposed to be pumped up for Namor from that place I can't name and don't remember? It's like I just don't get it. Yeah, Taliban. Yeah, was it? Yeah, Namor's from Taliban. No, it's not Taliban. It's Taliban.
I don't know. I think curiosity will boost this movie in the first weekend, but after that, it just depends on word of mouth. You know.
Yeah.
I'll say that the trailer looked good. Like the visuals looked pretty incredible.
Oh yeah.
But if people aren't on board with the story and the direction they're going, and if it's a Debbie Downer for the whole thing, and everyone's yelling their lines, as I say, then maybe I don't think people will like it, and then it'll have a bad word of mouth. It'll have this big super drop in the second weekend.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this is gonna be like Eternals. Like those things are like a buck each.
I could still buy Eternals.
No one cares about those like, and all that. Like, yeah.
No, Eternals was really bad.
Like the Selma Hayek figure, man, no one cares.
And then they went and like Selma Hayek doesn't even look attractive in that movie. Why did you cast her? It's like
for her acting. Like,
for her acting, really?
Listen,
she's never been good.
Yeah.
Marvel Studios wants to get all these high notarized actors and actresses in their movies, so they'd be like, "Look, this is art," because you got all these directors like Martin Scorsese saying they're not art. So now they're trying to get like you got Pierce Brosnan now in Black Adam. You know, it's like like they're just trying. They're like, "What big name actor can we get so that way it legits this movie?" Because it's like, look who's in it. It's like that's what they're doing. So it's like, oh, Angelina Jolie. Okay, let's put her in the Eternals. It's like, okay, whatever.
That is why they do that. They have to give some sort of thing and be like, oh, this is a real film. This isn't just like some
but usually they give them something to do. Like those characters did nothing. Like she had this weird Mad Weary storyline that didn't make no sense. It was dumb. You know?
And Angelina did nothing.
Yeah.
Like she's just there. You're like, anyone could have played this role.
Yeah.
Like, and then they're saying, the Eternals will return and Ms. Marvel will return and all these people. Like, nobody cares if they return.
No one wants them to return.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
I don't think Bill Murray is MODOK. I thought I heard who it was. I can't remember who it was.
Bill Murray?
On which movie was it again? That he's supposed to
be some king of some
Ant-Man. He's an Ant-Man 3.
Ant-Man 3? Yeah.
He's supposed to be some ruler of Quantumania.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
it's
yeah.
MODOK.
That's what I heard.
So he probably won't be MODOK then, unless he is MODOK. I don't know.
Listen,
Maybe, I don't
if
know.
I see Bill Murray's melted face as MODOK, I will cry.
I can see it in my head though, so I don't know. Like they make his head big and square in like a thing, and he's got these.
That could be
hands
very.
and
That could be very funny. Bill Murray could be a funny
It
MODOK.
seems like maybe they could do that. Yeah.
Listen, if that happens, I'm going to burst into laughter in the theater. He won't even have to say anything. I'll just cry with laughter. I won't even be able to take the visual, man. I'll just like a big Bill Murray head. No, I won't be able to take it.
That might be very funny. Big
Yeah,
head
that could
MODOK,
work.
Yeah.
So
That could work.
what was MODOK in? Machine.
For killing only or something, or
Yeah,
only,
something like
only
that.
for killing.
Mobile something,
Designed
mechanical organism.
only designed for killing.
Yeah, something like
Designed
that.
only
Yeah.
for killing. Yeah.
Designed only for killing.
You have to
That's
get
right.
rid of the F. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get the F out of here.
MODOK.
MODOK. MODOK.
MODOK.
It's like someone really wanted to say MODOK. It's like I really want this MODOK thing.
I
It
do
is
like
fun to
bad
say.
movies. I love bad movies. And here's one that we play all the time that we love.
I'll have my revenge, and Deathstalker too.
Like he's acknowledging, like, yes, you will have your revenge. Like,
I will. She will have her.
I will.
Oh man, I can't believe the Wrecking Crew's in there.
All right, so let's talk about She-Hulk then, since we're on that. So I said earlier on that I've gone through and read those Byrne issues, which I love. I'm going to buy them all, and Sean knows I'm crazy. When I say I'm going to buy them all, I'll just get the whole entire thing.
You know, before that trailer, they were nothing. They're like $1 each. No one gave a shit. So I don't know.
No, they still are pretty nothing.
Oh yeah, probably.
Mental organism designed.
Mental
only.
organism designed
That's
only
it.
for killing.
Clobberin Times, what's going on, brother? Thank you so much for popping.
Bill
in.
Murray will probably be Psycho Man.
Maybe.
Why not?
Yeah.
Psycho Man?
Well, who's directing that one? Like
It's
someone
the
who
same
knows
person,
these
I think,
people.
as
Reed.
Oh,
yeah, it's the
Ant-Man
same.
2 sucked, man. I know, J-Man, you love it, but like,
Ant-Man 2. What do you say? Sean, you're so, oh my God. No, I don't like it. Sean randomly says this bullshit all the time.
Ant-Man poo.
No, I didn't like Ant-Man 2, but then I rewatched. I thought, it's kind of funny, but I'm not. No, I don't love it. It's like bottom tier Marvel. What
What a waste of Walton Scoggins, man.
Yeah,
He's like,
it
that
is
guy,
a waste of him.
got fart noise to the wind. Anyway,
I don't know who they're gonna cast as Mole Man.
Mm.
I'm gonna be on Clobberin Times on Monday. We're talking about Batman issue 321. Link to his channel is in the description, just in case if there's anyone here who's not subscribed to him.
get Danny DeVito as Mole Man.
Oh,
There you go. Hey, look.
I'm joking,
There
right?
you
You
go.
know.
yeah, that'd be interesting. Well, I started reading the Byrne comics because I never read much She-Hulk as a kid. And I know Sean, you were talking about like you had some minor hopes for the show.
Yeah.
So I read the first 8, which is John Byrne's first lot, and then he leaves for a bit. I'll read the rest of them though because I got them all digitally. But I'll buy them. No, She-Hulk number 1 is still like $20-$30, like because it's not really the number 1. It's only sensational.
No, yeah, but it's the one everyone remembers. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't love Ant-Man 2. You guys stop it. Hold on.
No, Wonder Woman 2.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
No, I do love Wonder Woman 84. Yes, I do love Wonder Woman.
Oh yes, ditto.
And listen, DW loves Wonder Woman 84, so there you go.
Oh, it's amazing.
We love Wonder Woman 84. Well, it's better than the Snyder movies. No, we're not getting into that. Okay, we're not doing that. We're not doing it. Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
Knew that was going to happen.
No, we're not doing it.
We should do a timer to when the Snyder versus
59 minutes. I was trying to get through an hour. Okay. So She-Hulk, I read them. I really like them a lot. It looks, I know, Clobby, I know. Well, listen, don't tell your buddy Sean. Sean's like, oh, it might be okay.
I know. Moth to a Flame. It's gonna be meandering, man.
Yeah.
Like all the other Marvel shows. Like there won't be no story.
What do you think, John?
I had no desire to watch She-Hulk at all. Hang on, until Daredevil popped up in the end.
That's exactly
Then I was like,
how I feel.
and he's
Huh?
Oh.
What's happening?
Am I frozen or John's frozen?
He's frozen.
John's frozen.
Okay.
No,
all right, John.
This thing is 9 episodes, I think, right? And
Yes,
to me,
9.
that's a lot.
He's only going to be in it for
lot.
2 seconds, but I'm still going to watch the whole goddamn series.
Well, so Sean, you were kind of okay. You were kind of looking forward to it a little bit because she was breaking the fourth wall and there was some comedy to it.
It just seemed like 80s Marvel to me.
Well, I read the first 8 issues.
Yeah.
I don't know when's the last time you read them, but I just read them today, or like last night / today. So this is not happening in this show.
She does it in the trailer though. Well,
no,
not wall breakings in the trailer.
She does wall break, yeah, but like jumping pages and walking through.
No, they're not going to do that.
And making fun of the writers and stuff and saying this is bad, and it's like, why? She's like, I'm fighting bad aliens. Like that's.
It seemed like really daring at the time, but yeah. What, Steve?
I mean, if she does that, at least she's being truthful, saying the writers are bad.
No, like Steve, you got to read. John's out. He'll come back in. You got to read these Byrne issues. They're really fun. If the show is going to be that fun, and you're back, how's that?
Yeah, I am back. I have no idea what happened.
Me too, John. So Jordan was saying me too. I literally want to watching She-Hulk just to see Daredevil and Abomination.
And Abomination. Okay, yeah, Roth has him being back too kind of had me psyched a little bit. And I love Mark Ruffalo, but not as like I know it's from some of the comics, dude, like Intelligent Hulk and everything. But it's like it just looks, and then she's picking the guy up to bring him into the bedroom or whatever, and I was just like, what? I'm like,
yeah, she's sexually promiscuous in the comics, so.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's just like I don't know. I just wasn't. I had no desire, just like Miss Marvel. I have
yeah. Miss Marvel was not very good.
But Miss Marvel is indicative of Marvel shows, and what the hell was that show about? Right. And that was only 6 episodes, right? Was it 6? And it's like, my God, what is this? So this is like 9 episodes? Like, what's she gonna do in this?
Daredevil yellow.
I don't like the Daredevil yellow and red costume, really.
No.
I like the red. I mean, when I read Daredevil, I own every Daredevil comic there is on digital. I own it all. Like, it's crazy, and I've got a Daredevil shelf right there. So. But I don't like that costume that much, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm okay with it. I don't hate it, but it's not going to be full. It's not going to be the comic accurate one anyway. It'll just have lights. But see, She-Hulk, the thing is that the She-Hulk trailer, if the show is going to be silly and fun and breaking the fourth wall and all that, that is the comics. However, it's in a bad spot because we've seen so many silly Marvel productions where everyone's being a joke. And as Sean always points out, they're always just like saying funny lines or quipping and being all. It's like that everyone's tired of it. So now that you see it in She-Hulk, you're like, oh, that makes sense. But we're tired of seeing it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to make of it. I might think it's okay, but I have to see. I don't think it's going to be nearly as inventive as those comics. Like, no way. No. And the Wrecking Crew looks like shit.
Yeah, they look like crap. They don't have the actual costumes, right? So
yeah. So you know what you needed? You actually needed James Gunn or somebody with that sort of sense of humor.
Just go into it, like to lean into the comic bookness of it.
And I would have literally had those frog guys with the masks. I would have had the head. What are they called? Those head? The guys that have like heads with like animal bodies.
I
can't remember their names. I would have used those guys. I would have actually would have taken the John Byrne comics. And I would have even had a scene of the writers looking at the comic and then writing the script out or typing the script out and looking at the comic, and She-Hulk being like, isn't this just the comic? That's really lazy, you guys. Come on. Like, I would have really played into it.
She-Hulk being a lawyer for the superpowered characters in Marvel is a fun idea.
That's a fun idea.
Are they going to do anything with this?
No.
That's the
no, they're not going to.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question.
Wong, I think, seeks representation at one point. But like the whole, I know they wouldn't introduce him like this, but the whole Namor thing in Daredevil, what was it, 7 or something like that, where he sues the human.
He fight. That was an awesome fight.
Yeah, it's hilarious. That's great. Anyway,
John, were you going to say something?
Oh yes, I was. I have a question. Like, so, like a lot of these Marvel shows, like Moon Knight, like they come back and said there's going to be no second seasons or anything. So what are they gonna? What are they doing with these characters? Are they going to put them in the movies or what? Why?
No.
Why should we get interested in what's Oscar Isaac? And
Right.
if they're not going to make more seasons or at least put them in movies somewhere, it's like, what are they going to do with these properties? They're just just flooding
content.
the gates.
It's just shameless content.
Exactly. Disney Plus.
all it
It's like we need to put stuff out so people will want to keep subscribing.
Yeah.
So that's
Exactly.
all this is.
But it doesn't lead anywhere, and giving your time to it doesn't lead you anywhere. It's
I don't know. I don't mind it so much because ultimately I'm okay with a character like Moon Knight. I don't need to see him in the Avengers. I don't even care if he teams up with anyone. Maybe Daredevil would be, assuming they've done something good with Moon Knight.
He was always one of my favorites. That's why.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying I don't mind him as a character who shows up for a few episodes in something. I get to see him, and then I don't need to see him again. I don't need him in the bigger picture.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, like they're introducing all these properties. It's like, you got to have some type of plan for them, or unless you just like, or they could be like one shots, like like a comic book, like a one shot comic book. I get, that could be that too. So,
but the thing is, if you're going to do a one shot, be good.
Yeah,
and that's what they're doing. They're not doing.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You guys we're also forgetting something. The point of this is that Steve just said it, is that they're good. So when they did one movie of Iron Man, you're like, wow, that was really cool. I want to see another one.
Yeah.
After Moon Knight's over, you're like, I don't need to see Moon Knight anymore.
I know. Yeah. And I was disappointed. Yeah, I was totally disappointed.
You didn't see him in the show.
So you didn't see Moon Knight.
You didn't want to see him. You didn't need to see him after.
Which goes back to my previous point.
Knight. Yeah, I can't believe Moon Knight was not in it. Every poster, every teaser, every toy, it was all Moon Knight, Moon Knight, Moon Knight. People are like, wow, this is a cool looking character. I'm like thinking, guys, I don't think this is happening.
Yeah. Well, they did that with Miss Marvel.
They did that with Miss Marvel.
She was all the banners and stuff on the internet and everything, and the toys. And that costume didn't make it until the last episode.
For like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then here's the finale. I got this great idea for the finale. Who's Miss Marvel going to fight? Wait. Why don't we use, this guy or this guy? No, guys, I've got the perfect idea. She'll fight Damage Control.
It's not even Damage Control.
It's not even Damage
Control, but yeah.
They took Dwayne McDuffie's idea and shat all over it. It's like they took an African American's idea and they pissed all over it. I thought they're supposed to be
do they?
Like diverse and stuff.
I'll tell you what, I am so glad I haven't watched it because you guys are a ringing endorsement not to watch it.
Yeah, I didn't
see any of it. Forwarded through episode 5.
Episode 5?
Yeah.
I don't know why, because episode 5 was better than 6. 5 was like they're wrapping. 5 looked like the end. They're wrapping up everything. The one woman dies. She saves the world from those Jinn or whatever, I guess. The mother finds out she's Miss Marvel. So I was like, okay, well, it looks like the end. And then they go back to these two. I forgot about Bruno and his other asshole. And then that place blows up. I'm like, I guess that's a cliffhanger. I don't care about these two.
I'll tell you why.
Sean, stop defending episode 5. Can you stop it? It's awful. Episode 5 was garbage.
I know.
Stop pretending it wasn't garbage. It was kind of okay. No, it wasn't.
Yeah. Episode 5 starts out with some random woman talking to a random man in a garden. And then they're sitting at a table talking to each other some more. There's no connection to any characters that we've seen so far in the show. And then, like, someone is in trouble, or at that point, I'm like, fast forward.
Yeah.
There was no Miss. I'm like, is Miss Marvel in this?
She wasn't in it.
She's not in it till the second half, which I fast forwarded through because I'm like, you can't redeem it at this point. I don't care.
Oh.
I literally was on the iPad and not even paying attention in episode 5.
Yep.
And then I looked up, I'm like, why am I even having this on the screen? I'm not even looking. I'm like, I just fast forwarded.
Yeah.
And I went to the next episode and Steve said this. Steve watched the next one. He's like, you won't even be able to tell that you missed an episode.
Yeah, no, I remember now. 5 was the flashback bullshit with the great grandmother and the dude, his name and all that. Yeah, all I remember from that is at the end, she fights them, and then they commit suicide anyways. And then the mother's like, "Oh, I guess you have powers," and that was the only thing I remember from that episode.
A moment of silence, please, for the fans of Moon Knight.
That's me.
All right, we apologize, Moon Knight fans. We're sorry. We're gonna do a 10-second silence on the eve of episode 1 every year.
God, we're gonna do that for Ghost Rider at some point too.
Yeah,
all the Ghost Rider fans,
Ryan Gosling was
the millions.
I watched Moon Knight. I watched Moon Knight. I haven't seen Miss Marvel though, but yeah, and it goes back to my point. Oscar Isaac was Moon Knight, so what? They got this big name actor. Oh, he's been in Star Wars movies, everybody. So it's like we can't make a Moon Knight because people will disassociate with him now. It's like that's what I hate. It's like get no name actors or get actors that don't have any. I don't know these people personally, but it's like it's like they have to have egos. It's like I gotta see my face the whole time. It's like Henry Golding and Snake Eyes. I'm like, I don't care about your freaking face. I know the women do, but I could give a shit. I want to see Snake Eyes. It's like I don't want to see
the women aren't watching that movie anyway.
Well, I can tell you, John, that probably the reason why was Disney's like, okay, we tried our best to ruin his career with those 3 Star Wars movies. Let's see if we can finish it off with Moon Knight.
Let's bend him over the table real good this time. It's like, there you go.
He's got a smile on. He's still got a smile on his face. Let's see if we can get rid of that. That's top secret. It took us 3 days to get the smile off his face.
That's a great movie. So she's getting a new costume anyway. Exactly. And then when Captain Marvel appears at the end, that was the dumbest thing in cinema. Like, why did that even happen?
Why did that even happen? Yeah,
it's just like
I sure want to know why this happened. Let me wait 4 years until Marvels.
Yeah, let me wait.
What?
I know.
When is this freaking movie coming out?
They thought they were doing. They thought they had Phantasm because Sean told me what's in the closet, and I thought, it's like Phantasm. And then she goes to the closet, and then Captain Marvel comes out. She's like, "What am I doing?" She comes out in a garbage costume. Because Captain Marvel's costume looked cool in the movies. To me, it looked cool.
It's drinky and stuff.
She came out. I'm like, "Why does she look so crappy?" And I'm like, "What's going on here?" And it's like, "Oh," she's like, "What am I doing here?" I'm like, "I don't know what you're doing here, and I don't care."
And I don't care to wait 2 years for the answer.
Yeah, and I can't wait. Look at the time. I gotta go. I've got to go. I'm sorry. It's been too long.
Captain Marvel came out of the closet. What's going on? I missed something.
Yeah, she comes at the end of Ms. Marvel. At the end of Ms. Marvel, after 5 long and boring episodes, 6.
Is it Brie Larson?
It's Brie Larson?
Really?
So Kamala Khan gets sucked into the closet like in Phantasm, but there was no cool Angus Scrimm pulling her.
No.
So she goes into the closet, and then Brie Larson in a garbage Captain Marvel costume, like it's like the low budget TV version.
They don't have the budget of the shows.
What's weird is that Kamala Khan is wearing a Miss Marvel, like not Miss Marvel, a Captain Marvel costume, like a Brie Larson Captain Marvel costume, and then she gets sucked into the closet, and then out comes Brie Larson with a loose fitting weird Captain Marvel costume.
No, that didn't happen, Sean.
She's not wearing her Miss Marvel costume. She's wearing.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. Go back and see.
No, I'm not going back. I was just gonna say I'm not gonna go back and fight you on this because I don't care.
There must be stills of it though. Hold on, man.
If they're like,
because I thought that was weird.
Life is at the end of Ms. Marvel. You just have to rewatch it. I'm not rewatching it. I don't care.
No, you'd rewatch it.
No, dear God, no.
Don't be sorry. Miss Marvel ending.
Hey, Double C. Yes, we did talk about the Black Panther 2 trailer. The trailer looks interesting, but Namor not being from Atlantis is a fail.
Oh, you know what? I'm lying. She was wearing a Miss Marvel costume.
I told you. Booyah.
I thought she was wearing a Captain Marvel. So anyways, Brie Larson comes out.
Hold on. Where is it?
Oh my God.
I have too many of these now.
Can't argue with a confident man.
Get those fingers ready, man. No,
I have to go.
Looking at the room she's in, it's a kid's room. She's like, "Oh no, and then it
you're right. Sorry, DW, what'd you say?
I have to go because it's like 3:15 in the morning here. But You have not spoken about Superman and Lois yet, and it's killing me.
Oh, it's garbage.
Because I have to get it off. I can't live with it.
Go for it.
No. I want to hear what you guys think, because you and Steven know what I think about it already. I want to hear what everyone.
Okay, I like the idea that Superman got his powers back and then defeated the girl in 1 second. But the problem is that this is the problem that has plagued Superman and anybody else, Supergirl as well, even though that show's garbage, but it still plagues her. They don't know what to do. They don't have competent writers to figure out how to work with someone with lots of powers. This idea that Superman has too many powers and he's too strong and we don't know what to do just shows that they're lame. Superman's been around since 1938, and the writers have always known what to do with them. And sometimes it's been a bad angle, and sometimes we haven't liked, the current storyline we haven't liked. And there's storylines that we haven't liked. But that's what happens when a character's been around for, 80 years or whatever, 85 years. So it's time to put on your big boy pants or turn your dial up on Judge Dredd, that knob, turn your dial up to friggin' smart and turn down the suck and like start writing a character. It's like, come up with better things to do. It's like, it's great that he's depowered all the time. Everyone's like, Superman. It's like, all I see from that show is that Superman is utterly useless and Lois Lane's a whiner. That's literally, and Lana's a whiner too. That's all I got out of Superman and Lois. And people are saying, this is how you do Superman, right? What? Have him not in it and depowered for episodes? He was depowered for 5 episodes. My wife started calling the show Man and Lois. She's like, are you watching Man and Lois? I'm like, huh? She's like, yeah, Man and Lois. I'm like, oh, right, because Super is gone. There is no Superman. It's just a man. That's my thoughts. Steve, what are your thoughts?
It's overly boring. It's very dramatic for no reason. Everyone has a crisis. The boys are sent to their room every episode.
I know.
Lois,
I love that.
Bizarro Lois hanging out on the porch through that entire last episode just weirded me out. She had no dialogue. She was just hanging out on the porch through the entire episode. When you like Superman's brother more than Superman, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And Double C says it too. It's like, it's going to be like the Flash for me it's bad, but for some reason I can still sit through it because I like Barry Allen so much. And in this season, he looks exactly like Flash comics. He's got the proper yellow boots. Flash has some good parts in it. I could, out of the 9 or 10 episodes that have aired, I could make 2 good episodes out of that. No, I know that's a joke, but I'm serious. I'm serious. I can make 2 good episodes out of that.
Wait.
But Superman and Lois, I can't even make 5 minutes of good. It's just like I would just show the end where Superman beats her up and leaves, and that should have been the intro. That should be the, you know how sometimes when a show is an hour long, the first 5 minutes it's like a quick thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he saves someone quick and then it's over. That should have been this storyline. Like this woman's like, I'm gonna merge the realms. And then he's like, and then takes her out and then lands. And then the story for that episode begins.
Yeah.
The main villain was someone's end. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, no, I'm dead serious on that. Do you remember Brave and the Bold Batman cartoon, right? Batman, Brave and the Bold. Remember the first 2 minutes was a quickie Batman adventure?
It's James Bond, basically. Yeah.
It's James, right. He just does a quick little thing and then it's James Bond. He does a quick thing and then the credits roll in James Bond. And in this, it was like, that's what this storyline was. She's like, I'm merging the realms. We don't need to know why. It's like, okay, some crazy old woman got some. She's like, with this stone, I'll merge the realms. And then Superman, someone's trying to destroy us. He flies up, punches her in the face. It's over. He lands, and then Superman and Lois, and then the episode begins. This was like a season's worth. Are you for real?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
This was a season.
Yeah.
When I can beat up the main villain, I'm very confident I could beat that woman up. I'm super confident that I could beat that actress up. If I can, like, I can't beat up Jason Momoa, right? And I don't think I could beat up Black Manta, but I could beat up that woman for sure. So if I could beat her up, that guy's huge, right? So I can't beat him up. So when you watch it, when you're watching, you're like, wow, that guy's pretty awesome. And it's like, wow, yeah, Aquaman and Black Manta have to fight it out because they're 2 big guys. I'm watching this. I'm like, I could literally beat this woman up right now. What is happening?
They had their season with Bizarro Superman, and they punted it
right
for someone's aunt from a CW drama.
Right. Yep. She's from General Hospital.
That's Parasite, but That's this show's version.
She's not Parasite, and you know what? They showed Parasite in Supergirl.
Oh yeah,
actual Parasite.
Yeah.
So everyone's saying she's Parasite. I'm like, no, we already had that character. There's nothing on God's green earth that you can say that will save this. Nothing. There is no argument.
Are they doing another season or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So what's happening with CW? I thought CW was going away or something like that.
Arkham, you are a misogynist. I am an equal opportunity ass kicker.
If a woman's trying to kick your ass, you have my permission to kick her ass back.
Oh, big time! I'll stomp her head in her. I will do the leg drop and be happy with it. Where's my leg drop?
This zero damage leg drop.
This season. I swear, this season of Superman and Lois was done by like John Peters or whoever.
Oh god,
there was no spider in it. So
well, no, but it's like I literally had the same reaction that Kevin Smith had when John Peters said Sean Penn should be Superman. He's like, holy! I had the same reaction when I saw the villain. I'm like, the lady from General Hospital is the villain for this season. It's insane.
Maybe in season 3, Superman can fight bosom buddies. I don't care what you say anymore.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want you to tell me it's time.
Oh my god.
They played the whole song. They knew that song.
No, they didn't. Sean, stop it.
No, they have that whole montage. And they're throwing frisbees and shit. It's like,
but at least they told you what that show was about and you understood it. What was Superman and Lois about?
Well, Superman and Lois is about they're in an apartment full of women. They have to like dress as men.
It's rent control. That's what.
I don't care what you say. All right, DW. Anything else? Anything else you want to say?
No, just people. I've heard people make fun of Superman 4, which I hold as one of the best movies ever made. I don't care what anyone says. One of the best movies
all the time.
And I, because they go into space and like you have regular human beings in space breathing and doing everything. But in this episode of Superman and Lois, Superman, who is man, has no powers. He can barely walk up the stairs. He's flown to the sun, and he's okay. He doesn't die on the way there, and he goes to the sun, and somehow he's okay. That I was like, wow, I'm watching Superman 4. Right. It's the same logic as Superman 4. I couldn't believe it.
Oh my god,
that was my 2 cents.
Yeah, people were saying that Superman and Lois ruined or changed the Arrowverse. I'm like, I think Batwoman and Supergirl ruined the Arrowverse.
Batwoman has ruined television.
Oh,
I know.
Yes.
There's no. That's still the fastest I ever checked out of a TV show.
Oh, I watched 3 episodes of season 1 and I was like, I can't do it.
Oh.
Well, you lasted all of season 1.
All of season 1 and
season
like 2 into season 2.
I gotta watch season 2, man. I'm excited.
30 seconds of season, 30 minutes.
I'm excited for how shit,
I couldn't do it anymore.
My wife checked out
Batman and Robin. I mean, Superman and Batman.
I'm excited for her to like to wag her finger at everybody, man. It's like,
no, but it's really bad. She literally
gives women around the world, like 80% of blah blah blah.
She literally gives stats.
It's impossible. You meet someone in a boiler room and you're like, the first thing I'm going to do is start spouting statistics at you. I'm like,
that's great.
What the hell is this? And I switch over to Supergirl, and Supergirl's wearing pants. I'm like, nope. Click next. Like,
my favorite. Yeah, Supergirl wears pants when she's Supergirl, but when she's Kara, who is actually supposed to be a real person that's relatable, she wears tight skirts and high heels, and she's supposed to be a reporter. And I'm like, she looks like sexier as Kara than Supergirl. It's like okay, but
like we sure don't know what we're doing.
It's
like pants. It's like oh, but you did you watch the rest of your own show? What's wrong with you?
Every woman in Supergirl is hyper attractive and wears tight skirts and heels. All of them. And it's like, well, Supergirl better wear pants. It's like
but
it doesn't matter.
Have you seen the rest of your watch one of your shows, just watch it with popcorn stuff and tell me what's wrong with your statement.
No, it's brutal. And they're trying to make it I don't have it ready, but they're trying to do the message. It's like, oh, here's the big message. It's like,
you
no
get
pants.
that ready all the time, man.
I should have that. Well, because it's on a different screen, Sean. It's on here.
Message.
It's like, oh, she's gonna wear pants, guys. It's like, right, but she doesn't wear pants in her day-to-day job, and she wears high heels. And actually, if she was a reporter, she should be in jeans and pants and running shoes so she can run and get to stories.
Yeah,
that actually makes more sense.
Or look shit up on the internet like everyone else. But anyway,
it's like Clark Kent. It's like Clark Kent. It's like that's how you know it's not Kara isn't Supergirl because it's like she's wearing pants. She's like, oh, she's wearing pants. Kara wears skirts and high heels.
Yeah, we don't see we.
I don't see the resemblance. I don't see the resemblance at all.
And then like, is CW getting better? Well, we got Gotham Knights trailer to show us that it's not getting better.
Oh
it's getting
my!
I watched that. I was just like, oh, I was like.
Who's this for? Yeah. No, Smallville ruined everything. Because Smallville is only for people that don't know shit about Superman. And it ran for 10 seasons and everyone loves it. And now it has a nostalgia factor to it. People are like, oh, bring it back and all that stuff. And because of that, execs are like, well, we can do any of these ridiculous shows that don't have the actual character in it. So we could do like that Krypton show. We could do this weird Batman thing where Batman's not in it. He's a kid. The Gotham or whatever. We could do this other thing where it's like the kids of the villains or whatever.
Well put. That is well put.
That is, you can't get better than that right there.
Pimple I don't.
Okay, I've got to go, guys.
All right, DW. Thanks so much for coming on, man.
Thank you.
Take care. Woo! Oh my gosh! All right, so
bosom buddies.
Well, my thoughts on Superman and Lois. I haven't made it out of season 1 yet, so that's my thoughts on Superman. I always go like, oh, I'm up to 10 episodes, so I'm on episode 11, so I'm like, I can either watch episode 11 of Superman and Lois, something I haven't seen, or I can watch a Delta Force with Chuck Norris one more time. Okay, I'll see
Delta Force.
You got to do
the Colombian connection. Yeah,
you got. I mean, and like I just watched Running Man today in preparation for our Wednesday discussion on it.
I wait till either the day before or the day of because of my because like I gotta I'll forget, like my wife will be like one time I was watching it 5 days before and she's like, why are you watching it now? You're gonna forget. I'm like, I've seen the movie a lot though. It's like, I should forget.
Yeah, I remember everything in Running Man, all the music cues. It's like I didn't really need to rewatch it, but I just rewatched
I haven't seen it in a long. I can't remember the last time I saw it though. I'm like, I was
trying to figure it out. You're gonna be surprised.
Yeah,
I saw it a year ago, but I'm going to watch it again.
I think it's been at least 2 years for me that I've seen it. I don't know why. So, It's not like I don't like the movie. It's just like sometimes some movies just fall by the wayside. It's like I watch Commando and Predator all the time. It's like I haven't watched the rest. So, I'm sorry.
I think Predator is the one that I kind of always like. I usually go to Predator 2 if I'm in the mood for Predator, I go to Predator 2 because I like the city.
Well, it's fun.
Yeah. Predator 2 has 90% more action.
Yeah.
It's like wall to wall. Like the whole opening is 20 minutes long where they're fighting at street gang. Like
those Colombians or whatever.
I watched that recently or not that long ago, and I saw Predator in the theater. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, when the hell does a Predator show up? Like this is like 30 minutes in. Where the hell is a Predator?
Yeah.
They're in the jungle doing that mission for a while. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, that's the point of that movie, though. Like, I remember that as a slow burn movie, and they reveal the character at the end, right? Like a typical monster movie back then, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, like
And then part 2 is like all balls to the wall, man. It's like,
that's why I like
he's in a bathroom like healing himself. It's, like it's awesome.
So back remember when part 2s used to be better? That was when part 2s used to be like, okay, now we got all that out of the way. Now the creatures is going to do a lot of cool shit.
Yeah,
it's like
Ghoulies 2.
Ghoulies
2 and Critters 2.
Critters 2
Ghoulies 1 sucks, man. The Ghoulies are barely in it, and it's not even about them. It's about that warlock asshole. Then part 2, they're in a like a carnival, and it's all Ghoulie stuff. Ghoulies is being Ghoulies.
The first one was about the guy, right? It wasn't about the Ghoulies.
No, it's barely about the Ghoulies. It's like subspecies.
Yeah.
Like the subspecies are not in part 2. That's bullshit.
The subspecies are not in part 2.
Subspecies.
Yeah, they're only in the beginning to reattach Radu's head, and then
and that's it. And then they piss off.
But they got Shatner's daughter, but William.
You got Melanie Shatner.
Melanie Shatner. That got my wife interested. She's reading it. I was like, Melanie Shatner. Ooh, what's going on?
I'm watching now.
It's subspecies.
And she looks like the actress too. Yeah.
I like the girl that they replaced. Well, Sean and I are going to do a special subspecies stream. We're gonna go through all the movies. Yes, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a work of art. So we're gonna go through all those.
On an unrelated note, I can still not stop laughing when I think of Michael Wincott and Nope at that end. Like I remember you like bringing that up, and I still burst into laughter. Right? I cannot help it.
When Nope, yeah, he's like, like he's like. He's got you got the crank camera. He's like, I'm gonna crank camera the shit out of this. He's like, he's literally yelling with his teeth and stuff out. Like it's awesome.
Holy shit, man!
They should have had him make a speech about like why he's into this, rather than him like reciting the lyrics from Purple People Eater, which was like, the hell was that?
That was weird.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah,
but his character was weird. So
yeah,
he was the eccentric filmmaker guy or whatever, right?
Yeah,
I'm still picturing him at the end yelling while cranking the camera still, and I cannot stop laughing.
Well, I was gonna try to go find my Steve's wearing a Friday 13th Part 3 T-shirt. Mm-hmm. And I have the Friday 13th Part 3 novelization, and I did that as a book report in grade 6. That was actually approved by the teacher, allowing me to do a book report on Friday 13th Part 3. Yeah, I don't think I have the book report anymore.
Are there any memorable differences you remember from when you were a kid? Or?
It's just more explained, I think.
Like Shelley's
more
detail.
More details.
His big hair was really big. I don't know.
No, but they talk about there's a lot of because there's like a lot of sexual stuff in it. I'm like, oh my god! I remember reading it thinking, wow, this is so good. But I actually destroyed the book. And you know what? Hold on, let me see. Let me go see if I can grab it. If I can't grab it in 2 seconds, because I got Sean, you'll like this. If I can't grab it in 2 seconds, I'll ignore it. But talk about how garbage Superman is for a second.
I've been watching F Superman for a second. I've been watching the Creepshow TV series because
yeah.
And so Steve, you watch those, right?
I haven't watched. I got them. I'm
because there's Stephen King shit in that.
Yeah,
but
moving.
But I like it. I think it's really cool. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, check this out.
Good.
Oh, it wasn't this one, but this was my bookmark that I used.
Nice.
This is Boris, the artist.
Now we know why he's J-Man's favorite artist.
And like I'm such a goof, I wrote my name in the.
Yeah. We all do.
But look how beat up this is.
Oh damn!
Is the book in 3D?
It is beat up, and it's got like a piece of tape holding it together.
Oh shit!
But you know what? I took these out. I didn't realize I took it out. I had glow in the dark Ghostbuster stickers all in here, and I guess I took them off at some point because I thought it was stupid. Oh, check out my other bookmark. Oh, I forgot I had these in here. I'm so happy. This is so cool.
That's cool.
Hey.
Oh.
That's cool.
Oh,
so you made those as a kid or something, or
yeah,
nice.
So that's part. This is all part. This is part 7.
Yeah,
this is part 7 as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is from Fangoria.
Oh yeah,
I cut them out of.
Oh, you cut them out.
I cut them out and use them as bookmarks.
But
then this is the better bookmark, obviously.
Yeah.
but it's like 160 pages or something.
Jesus.
Oh my God, there's an epilogue. How awesome is that?
Oh God.
There's an epilogue?
Yeah. But yeah, wow. It's like this is just beat up to hell. I read the crap out of this. I love Friday 13. I love all the Friday 13s, obviously, but part 3 was awesome.
3's cool, man. And the 3D one is cool too. I would like a better version than the one we got for DVD, but
did you see it with me, Sean, in 3D?
No.
Oh man, that was awesome.
It's one of those movies where they do a lot of gimmicks. I love it. It's like there's a yo-yo in 3D. They're popping corn in 3D. It's great. The guy's doing laundry in 3D with the
Yeah, I got to see that in the theater at when they replayed it in 3D. It was, it may have been at the Uptown. No, it must have been Bloor Cinema. It had to be Bloor Cinema. It could have been Uptown.
The Thursday night thing. Yeah.
Seeing that in 3D would be like awesome.
Yeah, they used to do midnight showings. And I would go, and that's why I saw like John. I don't know if you know Rock and Roll Nightmare. If you ever seen that movie, yeah. So I met the actor I got pictures with and stuff like that. I got the soundtrack too, and he signed my DVD and my soundtrack.
That's cool.
And this was all for free. Like they would just sign stuff, right? Like, and we met all the Phantasm guys.
How novel! They just signed it because they know you're a fan.
I know, yeah.
So I don't know if you like the Phantasm movies, but I met the Tall Man. Yeah, I met the Tall Man, the director Don Coscarelli, who did Beastmaster and all that.
Yes,
and I met Reggie Bannister. All photos and pictures free. Like I got tons of autographs and a bunch of stuff. It was like all this stuff used to be free. Nice. You just go and meet the guys, right? And now it's like it's like so expensive. But like I'm trying to think what other people we met. Like we saw a lot of crazy stuff. Night of the Creeps. Yeah, I met the director of Night of the Creeps and Monster Squad.
Yeah.
He directed, so I got his autograph. One day maybe I'll do a day where I go through my autographs. Maybe I'll do a stream where I show my autographs. I have a lot of cool ones. Who else did I meet that was good? But yeah, like so many of these where it was all for free. And the Troll 2. I met the father from Troll 2 and the son who pisses on the food in Troll 2. That was awesome.
We didn't meet her, but we met the actress from Faster Pussycat Kill was at that.
Yeah, Tira Santana. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to meet her. Have you seen Faster Pussycat Kill, John?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So we met her, the main girl. We met her. We didn't get a chance to go up and it was just like a Q&A, but we didn't get, so we didn't get photos with her or anything, but she was there and we got, there's a little bit of interaction. It wasn't super interactive. But these were awesome. Like back like in Toronto, downtown, there was a place downtown Toronto that was like, it was just for these kinds of movies. Like I saw Big Trouble in Little China, like
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead Part 1, Texas Chainsaw Part 1, Halloween Part 1. What else? Like all these they would play these old festival movies. It was awesome.
Yeah, we had a theater back in Ohio. It was $1 a movie, and they played like old school. So I of course I'm old. I'm 49, so I've seen a lot of these movies in the theater the first time they came around. So yeah, but then they would show them like so I got to see back in the 3D movies I saw was Jaws 3D and Metal Storm: The Destruction of Jericho. They played that, and I met Jeffrey Byron, was that his name, the lead actor of Metal Storm. I met him.
That's awesome.
He was just he was funny story. He because I used to teach karate way back when, and we were at a tournament, and he was there for, I don't know if it was his cousin or something, but his cousin was competing in a tournament, and I'm looking at the guy, and I'm like I know this guy, and then I'm like looking, I'm like, oh my god, and I walk up to him, that feeling, you're like, if I'm wrong, I'm gonna look really stupid. But he's like, oh my god, yes I am. I'm like, yes, and I'm like, and
that's awesome.
He talked to me forever. It was the freaking coolest thing ever. I'm like, he's like, I didn't think anybody liked that movie. I'm like, I love that movie. What are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure I have that on Blu-ray. I think that got re-released on Blu-ray. Right?
I have it on. I have a DVD copy of it, but I did. Yeah, my dad took me to see it in 3D when it came out in the theaters, and and he throws the ball at the screen. Oh, that's freaking awesome! And then his arm comes out. I remember it like it's yesterday. So. Now, Jaws 3D was another matter. That was the worst thing. I like
the shark, man.
The shark at the end floating, and oh my god, it was.
And it just stays there. And it's like,
and then the glass just shatters. It's like
it shatters.
Yeah.
Just like...
yeah,
Jaws 3D and the second Creature from Black Lagoon movie are a great double bill because there's like they're both at SeaWorld or something, right? So,
yeah.
We were supposed to see Creature in 3D, and then remember Sean and they didn't have it.
Yeah.
But we saw
Star Chaser.
Star Chaser,
yeah, that's awesome. And I saw that in the theater when it came out. But of course, you can't see it in 3D anywhere else. So watching it in 3D again, it's pretty cool. You know.
And I have that on I don't know. I have that on DVD. I don't think it came out on Blu-ray.
No, I don't think it came out on Blu-ray.
Let me see.
They should release a 3D version of it. But and a glyph, because everything that says 3D is for 3D TVs. And I'm like, oh crap! I want the glasses and just see
the red and blue.
It's like I don't want to buy a 3D TV to watch your 3D effing thing, you know.
And the 3D TVs are brutal.
Stupid.
Yeah.
But I so everybody I posted
mine in my bedroom one. I bought it 5 years, 6 years. I forget. Maybe 9 years ago I bought it.
Is it good? It does like okay.
The best one I think that I played on it was the first Avengers movie. That was probably the best 3D looked at movie I played on it.
Oh wow!
But yeah. I mean, I enjoy it. Like my wife and can't watch it because like she gets headaches and stuff like that. So, but I haven't watched it since I've had my disorder. Like I just watched the regular TV. Like I haven't put on the 3D or anything.
Right.
Since.
Yeah.
So. It'll probably scramble my mind even more if I watch it that way.
I just can't do glasses on glasses because like I can't do contacts, so it's like I don't like wearing contacts.
I mean, either I tried wearing contacts as a kid and it just didn't work for me, so I wore glasses ever since. Yeah.
I can't do it either. So now I'm wearing glasses on top of glasses, and it's just like.
I hear you. It is. Yeah, I hate it.
But I posted the link up in the chat if anyone does want to come in and just give their thing for the last, because we won't go past 9:30 today. So if anyone wants to come in for the last like 40 minutes or whatever, that's cool. They can come in. There's a link in the chat. I was looking at
just give me a couple minutes. I just got to make sure my daughters go to bed, and then I'll be right back in a second.
Yeah, no worries. Yep.
Oh,
whoa, we it's like, whoa, what happened there? So I mean, like I've been seeing this whole thing now, you know, like is Ben Affleck going to be in it, and it just feels like even if he's in it though, it doesn't matter. Like, what is the point of all of this? I just don't understand. This Flash movie is dead. Like,
the Flash movie was supposed to launch everything else. Like Batgirl comes from the Flash movie,
right?
And in Batgirl and in the Flash movie, Michael Keaton is Batman, is the Batman. And it's like, well, what are you doing? Like, just wipe the slate clean and have a new Superman and a new Batman and a new everyone else. And if you have to recast Wonder Woman, do that. Shot in the arm. People are interested, like, oh, who's the new Wonder Woman? And then they have a new Wonder Woman movie.
So, question for everyone, because I haven't heard anything.
Hey, Joe.
Is there going to be a second The Batman movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they already announced it.
What the hell is that about? Yeah.
Okay. Because I haven't heard anything since then. It's just like, Batman, the Batman's awesome. Yeah.
But Steve, I think it's one of those things where they say it's like Godzilla 2. It's like they say they're doing it, and then years go by and you don't hear anything about it, and then one day they quietly just cancel it, right? It's like after that the 90s Godzilla film. They claim they're doing a second movie for years, and then it never happened, right?
Yeah.
So
So let's take a look at the numbers here on the Batman. Hold on, this will be. It costs approximately $200 million.
Yeah.
And it's made $770 million. So I think that's gonna mean a sequel.
Well, no, but Warner Brothers expects $1 billion out of Batman.
Yeah.
So they're like, why didn't it do that? Well, it's 3 hours long, and it's boring as piss, and it's not appealing to kids. Now, then they'll over-exaggerate. It's like, let's make a stupid movie then.
So, wait a second. Let me see something here. I'm going to see how much all of the DCEU movies made. Because I'm curious.
Doesn't really matter because they go by a different standard for them.
I know, but I want to see because some movies I think got sequels, and it's kind of funny. I'm going to look at the ones that got
Shazam. What the hell? Like, I was like, why did they okay a sequel to this? Like, I like it, but it wasn't like a box office burner or something.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see what Aquaman.
Aquaman made
$1 billion.
Yeah, it was $1 billion
worldwide. You look at you gotta look at worldwide numbers.
No, that's what I'll do.
Yeah.
Aquaman, and I'll look at.
Well, Shazam only costs $100 million.
Shazam.
And how much did it make?
366 box office on Wikipedia, so I don't know if that's worldwide or not.
That sounds like well, I was gonna say it sounds domestic, but go to Box Office Mojo.
But you know what, though? I mean, what do you think about? Because did you listen to that Rob Liefeld one where he was saying like the like domestic is really the better number to look at because worldwide you can't tell, like it might made that money, but the studio didn't get all of it.
So I know, but that's why they make so many Fast and Furious movies. Like they only make that for the worldwide box office. Those movies didn't make a lot of money domestic.
Yeah, but they're not expected to make all of that, right?
So Suicide Squad, not the Suicide Squad, Suicide Squad made about 746.8 million worldwide on a budget of 325 million. That's including advertising and all that.
The first one, right?
The first one.
Yeah.
So so check the Batman then. Check that first.
Okay.
Yeah, Shazam was 366 worldwide, which isn't that much compared to like, I mean, 100 million.
Right.
Oh my God! So the Batman is not part of the DCEU.
Yeah, we know that.
I figured that. Yeah.
I
feel
did
like
not.
it's a whole new like continuity or something.
Yeah, because it's not Snyderverse.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what the plan is.
There is no DC.
Is there a plan?
Yeah, it's like there's no.
Okay, the Batman. I'm looking at the box office right now.
Yeah, it's 770.
Okay, so that's what I said. So that's on Wikipedia.
770.8.
Yeah, that's Wikipedia then.
So I guess it can make another one, but like, who's screaming for it?
Well,
like The Dark Knight made $1 billion. Like, I think Warner Brothers is like, yeah, they can make some money off it, but like, this is a brand that should be $1 billion every time. That's the way they think about it, right? So, and there's a school of thought that says Superman should make $1 billion every time too. And so when Man of Steel made a lot of money, but didn't make the money they wanted. But the thing is, it made more than any other like MCU movie that was launching, like any of the launch ones. But it's Superman, so they expected more, and they called it a failure. But it wasn't a failure, you know.
Yeah, they always be saying that.
Superman Returns made a bunch of money, but it
Man of Steel is 668.
Yeah, but it cost 258 to make.
Yeah.
Where the hell was that money? It wasn't on the screen.
Oh no, there's a lot of
there's
CGI
a lot of damage
in
in
that,
CGI,
yeah.
And that whole part in Krypton in the beginning.
It's fully realistic. It's
wrong movie. I was saying Superman. I thought you meant Superman Returns.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Man of Steel, I know where the money was.
Yeah, Man of Steel has high production.
I'm excited for Monsters to see where the 40 million went.
Monsters, man. Holy
well, I ordered it, so.
One of their turkey dinners or something.
Yeah,
what should I say?
The thing is, that makes me wonder too is that people are hyped about Ben Affleck to come back in Aquaman, and they're hyped for Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck to be in The Flash. No one's hyped for Pattinson to show up somewhere.
No, they don't care.
Don't care.
Well, people pretend they like that movie. It's it's not good. It's like. What he Batman wins because he's helping FEMA? Is that it's like he lost, and then they cut to Riddler going, oh, I'm like, what do you know about? I don't understand. Is that's how you're gonna sell that he lost, that Riddler lost? God, do you know how to tell a story with the audiovisual medium? Like, what the hell? It's not Batman. Look out
Says
for
two
that.
sequels planned.
Watch a Batman shared universe.
So this is saying 2 sequels planned and
A Penguin show.
2 spin-off TV series.
The Penguin Hour, starring Penguin.
Penguin and who? Who's the other spin-off? Catwoman?
I don't know.
I think there was some like
What a stupid plan.
Bad. Jail, are you excited for a Penguin show?
I don't know. I don't know. Guess I have to see.
With all the
I'm not gonna lie to you though. I have not been keeping up with DC like ever since that film. Because like there's nothing really going on. You look at Marvel, you're like, okay, they got a plan. Supposedly, even though they don't like connect their shit anymore like they used to when it first came out.
Yeah.
But they got a plan at least. But damn.
Oh, you said the magic word, J.O.
Well, when you get some kind of master plan, you let me know, huh?
Is that the one you've been saving?
I've been saving that one.
Oh man.
You let me know.
Yeah, where you get some kind of, you let me know.
Furious.
Yeah, because it's like there's no plan.
Yeah.
That's when the Roddy Piper really came out. And
You should have thumbed them to the eye next.
I don't know if you saw my tweet, but Robocop is in She-Hulk, the comic. So,
oh, cool.
I seriously doubt that that's happening in the show.
Well, no, they're going to do it though. Like, I don't know. You keep saying that they're not going to do what's in the comics. No, they're not going to do what's in the comics. But like, I'm just stunned that they did the fourth wall breaking. I don't know how far they're going to take that.
That's
like, I don't
what I'm
understand what that's doing there.
I hope they don't force the comedy.
What I'm saying is that the wackiness equivalent of doing this in a comic book is not going to be the equivalent of doing it in a show. They're not going to be as creative as they were in the comic. I know they're not going to have RoboCop in it. I'm not saying that's I'm saying that like you're getting this thing in your mind that they're going to do all this cool stuff, but they're not going to.
Right.
Like I doubt that they will.
No, they're not going to be super meta with it.
Right. They'll have a
to be honest, I would be okay if they didn't do the fourth wall bullshit because it doesn't, from what I've seen, it doesn't seem to fit,
Right. Because they even forced their comedy too, and it just doesn't land.
No.
At the right time, it always ruins it.
Is she crazy then? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. But they do like, see, like, but they're referencing that comic.
Yeah.
So if they're referencing that comic and they're not going all out, then why are you even referencing that comic?
Yeah.
Right.
What comic?
Baseball.
She-Hulk.
No, like She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall and does crazy stuff way before Deadpool was even created. This is like 20 years before Deadpool was created. Well, at least 10 years
it's
before.
years before, yeah.
It's at least 10 years before Deadpool was created.
Yeah.
Like maybe like
Sensational She-Hulk, not really. It's
no,
like
Sensational She-Hulk's 88 or something like that.
Yeah.
And Deadpool's like 91 or something.
Yeah.
So it's still about 4 years before Deadpool's created. But like she does crazy stuff. Like she runs through ads. Like
run through ads.
Like you'd have to like there's like she'll rip through the paper and like go to the next page. It was
very back then. Like back then it was pretty neat. It's like, oh, this is cool.
Like look, so she rips through the ads here and runs across. Right. And like there's this scene here where she's late for work. So she steps out of her apartment into her work office.
Now that's creative.
She's like, I got to skip a few pages and get to work. Right. Yeah. So it's like she literally
and they can't do that in the show. Yeah.
They can't do that in the show.
It won't work.
And she does like a lot of funny stuff. There's crazy stuff. Like she'll turn to the writers and she's like, really? This is who I'm battling this issue. This is terrible. And then there's one. And then when John Byrne isn't the artist, so he's not the artist for issue 9, and she's like, why do I look so terrible? She's like, what am I wearing? She's like, this isn't right. And then she gets a phone call and it's the writers of the comic and they're like, don't worry, we'll give you your normal look on the next page. And she's like, okay, fine, I better look proper. And then on the next page she looks different. And there's like it's crazy stuff. Like I can't even tell you all the weird crap.
Yeah, what's the one where they show her villains on the cover and then she's yelling at the camera, she's like, DeFalco! Like,
yeah, she's like, DeFalco. But then the cover of issue 1 is her holding her previous series. So she's holding the cover of issue 1.
I saw that.
Yeah, and she's like, if you don't read my new comic, I'm gonna go and rip up all your X-Men comics because it's like
that's smart. I would have
really smarty. It's really smart. And then there's another part where like it's crazy. Like she does all these funny things, and it's so funny. Oh, there's a part where like Mr. Fantastic is like he makes himself into a ball so she can jump on him and spring off. And he's like, okay, you got one chance. You got to jump off me and grab this rocket ship before it takes off. She's like, don't worry, I know I'll make it. They showed it on the cover. On the cover, she's holding on to it. So she's like, don't worry, I'll make it for sure. They already showed it on the cover, so I'll make it. And it's like,
I think certain things don't translate well. Like from comics, it's fine. But like a lot of things from comics don't translate very well.
But what they should do is she should do things like TV shows. Like she should be there and be like, she's like, oh, let's just cut to the next scene. This scene's boring, and go like that. And then when someone's talking, she can kind of come in and be like, okay, guys, let me just wrap this scene up. Oh, this is what it is. It's like, this guy's the new villain. Okay, next. And
well, that's what I don't understand why they did the fourth wall thing. Is like they're not going to be that clever. Like you'd have to approach it as like this is a TV medium, and how would she break that, right?
Right,
but
exactly.
That's a style, and that's something you need to go in with. And if you're not going to do that, then what's the point? I'm curious about this show, and I think it'll suffer from the meandering factor of the other shows. Like, what's this about? Like, is she?
I gotta be honest with you too. The problem has been that most of the shows, even the best one in our opinion, which is WandaVision,
love that one,
suffered from weak adversaries. Right. Agatha was a weak adversary.
Yeah, that's true.
Flag Smasher
was garbage.
Garbage. Worst thing ever.
Yeah, garbage.
Loki, I don't even know what the hell that was. Who was the adversary?
Nothing.
Somebody was talking.
Hawkeye, like What If? Forget it. I don't even know what the hell that was about. Hawkeye, Kingpin was shoehorned in there because Swordsman, who was supposed to be, they just bailed on that storyline for no reason.
Right.
Moon Knight, Ethan Hawke was killed off screen, was beaten off screen.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Didn't see him. Ms. Marvel, Damage Control
ish,
garbage. Like
ish control.
Yeah.
Like, there's been no good adversaries introduced at all in any of these shows.
But so I would have done She-Hulk as one-off episodes and have it be like that, because just do it episodic or whatever.
Courtroom drama every episode.
Right. Yeah. And the thing is that I would have had like, there's a great part in this, one of the issues where like she's fighting and then the girl's like, how come your skirt? She's like, oh, your clothes got torn, but it's like, how come your undershirt didn't get torn off? She's like, oh, check the back of the tag. And they look at the tag and it's the Comics Code Authority tag. It's like I can't get naked, right?
Yeah.
So in this show, I would have had her in this big battle. She all gets torn up and then only her private parts are covered. And someone's like, wow, it's great that it's like, how come your bra didn't get torn? She's like, this is a Disney Plus show. That wouldn't happen. Like I would have her do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's how you translate the comic, which has comic, like what Sean said, break the comic, break the TV show. And she could be like, make fun of other Disney shows. Like someone could be like, oh, it's like, this is so great. It's like, she's like, oh no, like Moon Knight's not going to show up. It's like his show didn't do very well or something, like do funny, do funny stuff like that. And she's be like, oh, Daredevil. It's like, she's like, oh yes, it's episode 3. So, she could start episode 3 by saying, hey guys, it's episode 3. Just so you know, episode 3 always has a cameo by another villain, by another hero. Who's it going to be this time? We don't know, but he's another lawyer. So let's see,
if you stuck around to the end of the trailer,
that'd be so cool. Yeah.
Like she should do funny stuff like that. If they're taking this comic, this comic is unique.
Look,
it's not
J-Man,
like comics.
if I were you, I would just be the writer and do all that shit. The way you're just pointing this shit out, I'm like, dude, you go write it. You know what I'm saying? You got it on the bag, man. You're smart.
Thank you.
I will tell you this.
Go ahead, Steve.
I am looking forward to the Halloween special and the Guardians Christmas special because it's one thing. It's not 9 episodes of meandering.
I know, but I'm worried about what they're gonna do with Werewolf by Night because it's the new shitty one. So
wait, they're doing Werewolf by Night?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Is it not Jack Russell?
I don't think so. I don't think it's Jack Russell.
It's not Jack Russell. That's a fail because Jack Russell's the best, man. I read a few.
No,
Marvel
it's
by Night.
I don't know who the newer ones are, but I heard it's the new one. So wait, where? Oh.
That's issue 1 and issue 60. So when 60 was the final issue, so this was 60. This was the final issue. It's the same cover, and she's like, "Fine, you didn't buy my comic. I'm coming after your X-Men comics. I told you." So they actually went back and repeated that from the cover of number 1. She's like, "Okay, that's it. I'm coming to get your X-Men comics." And like, look, Santa Claus shows up, and it's like, and she's like, "What the hell? Like, what is this?"
Hell, Jack Russell. I thought it was someone else.
No, man, it's gotta be. If it's not Jack Russell, it's not Werewolf by
Gail
Night.
Garcia Bernal. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the Mexican dude. He
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
he's Jack Russell.
All right, whatever.
And like, look,
Oh, also Bloodstone. That's cool. Sorry, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also, that'd be cool. Also, Bloodstone's cool.
So we'll see. Okay, maybe I'm excited for this.
So check this out. This is Madcap reading the issue that we're on. So he's actually reading the comic, and he's like, "Oh, I want to be in this issue." So now he's in the issue.
Oh man!
So it's a
That's
lot of
so
funny
cool.
stuff. What are the thoughts on Namor as the Green Trunks? I don't like the Aztec mind thing. It's Incas technically, and it's a place that no one can pronounce, and no one's gonna know what it is. So you're gonna say, "Oh, Namor, what's he from?" Oh, he's from some underwater thing that I don't remember because it's not Atlantis anymore. The Green Trunks, I love. I wanted the Green Trunks. I don't like piercings because how are they piercing his skin? It's like, oh, look, he's got piercings, so Namor can just get.
All right, but we don't know about his powers, right? So
it's.
I was gonna say Ted Salas is in this special as well. I don't know if he turns into the Man Thing, but.
Crap! If they do Man Thing right now,
you know, is this like an hour or something? What is this?
None of this is happening, guys. Stop it.
What?
Stop pretending all this is happening in this.
No,
show.
it's on the Disney Plus wiki.
I know, but you can have anybody you want in it, but it's not going to be accurate.
No, it won't be accurate. I just want to watch it.
Okay.
Usually, the first episode of all these shows is either not bad or pretty good.
Yeah, but this is one episode.
This is one episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're thinking that one will be
special,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe.
Oh man.
I'm trying to find some other funny parts on She-Hulk. It's like, it's really funny.
Did you talk about San Diego Comic-Con?
We talk about random stuff.
Last week we beat the shit out of it.
This is our impression of San Diego Comic-Con, Arkham. There's a bunch of DC content coming out. None of it looks particularly great in the movies. And then for Marvel, they announced a bunch of titles and just phase 4, 5, and 6, and we're like, sure. There's no overarching vision. Sure.
What?
Like
what?
Saying Wakanda Forever is the end of phase 4. We're in phase 4. Okay.
Right. What were you saying, Sean?
No, I was asking you, Arkham, what do you think about the DC announcements and stuff?
I think it was fine. Like, to me, like, I never really cared about slates because, like, for me, I just want quality content.
Yeah.
Like, because, like, this is the thing. People get so excited for slates, but half of these could be mediocre or bad and stuff like that. It's like, is it really like, like, oh, who cares? Like, Marvel beat them to showing them 50, like, I don't know how many they showed, but like half of these could be bad, and and it's like
expect half of them to be bad, Arkham. At least half of them.
Half of them. In my perspective, I just want good content. Like, even if DC's not having a lot, I'd rather have good quality movie, TV shows, comic, like whatever, more than having quantity. Quantity's not always better.
It rarely is. And with Disney Plus, you're going to get quantity over quality because they need content for programming. So original content to get the people in there. That's why we got some phony baloney Obi-Wan Kenobi series that quite frankly didn't go anywhere. Just pissed off the fans some more.
They should have done Ooby Dooba Dooby.
Ooby Dooby Dooby. Did they announce any DC animated projects at all? I completely got.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I can tell you them.
Yes, please.
Let me just go on Instagram.
Here, the Thumb Wars. I think Thumb Wars was better than.
watch that.
Thumb Wars.
When that came out.
Yeah.
There's Ooby Dooba Dooby.
Okay, I
Dana.
can tell you the animated movies.
Yep.
RWBY Justice League.
Oh, Ruby.
Ruby Justice
Oh
League.
yeah, Ruby.
Batman the Doom that came to Gotham.
So Batman movie. Yeah.
Legion of Superheroes.
Oh, cool.
And Justice League War World.
Oh God, yeah.
What? World War.
Yeah, World War. Like with.
I'm sure.
War World.
It'll be awesome, yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yep. Cool.
Or it could be Atlantis.
What is Batman the Doom that came from Gotham? People are saying that's like a comic or something like that.
The Doom that came from Gotham?
Yeah.
To Gotham.
I don't know, Arkham. If it's a new comic, I'd ask you. You're the expert on new comics.
No,
Sean's the expert on old comics. Sean,
it's an old comic, people are saying.
Huh.
The Doom that came Batman the Doom that came to Gotham.
To Gotham, yeah.
I don't know. Sean can look that up, maybe.
This is from 2000. So old comics being like 70s.
Yeah, so Arkham, like old comics for us is like 70s, 80s. Like even 90s is kind of new.
Yeah, I know. Jensen Ackles is gonna be voicing it and stuff like that.
Oh.
He's the new voice in the new for Batman.
It's a 1920s Batman, and he's fighting mystical. It's Mike Mignola, so he's fighting mystical characters and stuff.
That's an animated series or comic?
It's Elseworlds.
Oh,
Battle
it's a 3-issue series.
That actually sounds pretty interesting. Like,
yeah, it's a standalone thing.
Batman.
They might call it the Mutants instead of the X-Men because they don't want money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this whole story about they can't recast until 2025 because they're honoring contracts. When you buy a company, you also get their contracts. You have to honor them, right? So that's why we got Professor X. What's his name? Patrick Stewart. And that's why we got Quicksilver, that other dude, right? So yeah.
So this is from Wikipedia, guys. Batman the Doom that came to Gotham. It's Mike Mignola.
Yeah.
Okay. Story deals with an alternate Batman in the 1920s fighting against mystical and supernatural forces that are taking Gotham by storm after he accidentally awakens to being known as the Lurker on the Threshold.
That sounds interesting.
I mean, I'm okay with anything.
An Elseworld. So
give me a Superman movie. What the hell?
Well, they're doing Batman.
Movie every 2 weeks.
Oh, Superman.
What's
Superman?
He didn't have one.
Yeah, he did.
Batman and Superman.
We did get Batman. We did get Superman. We did. We had Green Lantern. It was the first Superman animated because like we actually in the New 52 animated we actually never got a Superman anime movie. We got Man of Tomorrow.
I liked Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, that was Superman. We got Justice Society World War II. We got Long Halloween. We have we have the Green Lantern movie. Then we have I think it's 4 more that are coming out next year. Yeah. Oh, we still have we count the Super Sons that are coming out this year. Also.
Oh yeah.
So Super Sons, Doom that came to Gotham, Legion of Superheroes, which sounds good, and then
but I'm talking about like a standalone Superman thing.
Yeah, I pre-ordered Super Sons. I got Green Lantern already. What was the other ones that are? I think the only one for pre-order right now is Super Sons.
Doom these are just announcements. They have a release date for 2023, but we don't know when they're coming out.
And then Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah,
are those out for pre-order or no?
No. Those are just announcements that are on there.
And then War World.
Yeah,
right. So
I do like the Legion of Superheroes. Like I like the like before I knew the Legion of Superheroes, I actually watched the cartoon and TV series. I really liked it, and I think it was interesting. So I'm interested what they're gonna do with the animated movie. I just think it's pretty cool that it's in the future and everything. Like for me, I like the modern present time, but to me, I always thought it's very interesting with futuristic and future kind of stories like Batman Beyond, or you have the Legion of Superheroes. Like the different kind of stories that I kind of like.
So what do you think about? So they might get the what's his name to be Professor X. That's the guy from. I just know him from Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, and he's from Mandalorian.
Usual Suspects.
Oh, who was he in Usual Suspects again?
He was a detective who was tracking down everything. He was talking to the guy who was interviewed. Yeah, he was the guy who was like actually doing the investigation around.
Oh, cool. He's a good actor.
Who's gonna be Professor X?
This is the rumor.
Giancarlo Esposito. He's the villain.
Hold on, it's a rumor.
It's a rumor.
And he's going to be like 100 by the time they're able to cast him. So I don't know.
That is true.
Is he the
How'd it
one?
go to
Was he the villain that was in the Mandalorian and stuff
Yes,
like that?
yes.
And he's also in the Far Cry movie, Far Cry games also.
Oh.
And then Glenn Powell, I believe, is the guy who was in Top Gun Maverick. He was the
he played the asshole.
One, the one who was like who thought he was the best, and then he got left out.
Yeah,
I didn't think that guy was such an asshole as he could have been.
Nope.
No,
I thought he was a realistic. No, but you're right. But he was the ass character.
Yeah,
but he was a realistic ass character. I don't think he was so. It wasn't like ridiculous. Well, you know how sometimes movies the asshole character is so mean that it's like, well, this guy's like too mean. Like, how could he have even gotten in the school? Right?
That's how
I
those
see that
guys
a lot
are.
now.
Jet pilots that they're like that. I mean, because they're confident and that they know what they're doing. So yeah, most of them are like that.
They're like that.
Can't argue with a confident man.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, there's some cool animated stuff. I did.
What are your thoughts on I'm looking on the Instagram and stuff like that. Yeah. They also revealed a new Joker series. It's called the Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing.
I can't
stop laughing.
I can't do. Okay, so for comic books, I'm only reading barely. Action Comics, I'm 2 behind on. I'm 3 behind Wonder Woman. I'm 5 behind Detective Comics, and I'm
How are you 5 behind Batman?
And I'm 3 behind on Batman. And so
I'm all caught up.
I know, but you're not reading 4,000 comic books and 5 million pulp magazines and watching 100 movies. It's like today I read a few chapters of Operator 5. I read 8 issues of She-Hulk. I watched Kung Fu Panda, which I never seen. My wife thought it was a fun movie, so let's watch Kung Fu Panda. It was a fun movie. I don't know.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
I never saw it, so we watched that.
Have you ever watched The Minions?
I only saw Despicable Me Part 1, which I thought was good.
I
didn't like the Minions in the movie. I didn't like the Minions. I thought they were okay, but I when they said it's just about the Minions, I was like, ooh, because I thought they were kind of annoying, but like, so I didn't watch just the Minions movies. Maybe they're good. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like,
okay.
I prefer the Despicable Me movies, but like, they're making so many Minion movies.
I know, they need to stop.
Yeah.
And then I watched an episode of I, Claudius, and then I watched Amazing Race Canada because we were behind on one of those. And so it's like I'm watching and I watched Running Man today. So I watched 4 things today, read 7 or 8 comics, and then I read some chapters of Operator 5, and then we still went for 3 walks. We go for a bunch of walks every day. So that's my day.
I watched Batman Beyond today. I watched The Return of the Joker. I watched Justice League.
Zack Snyder's Justice League?
Oh no, hell no!
The cartoon show.
The cartoon.
I like the movie, but like the cartoons and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah,
the cartoons.
Yeah,
I grew up with that.
I finished watching Superman. I watched this all as I was a kid. It's just fun rewatching it, because I watched. I like the in the Justice League Unlimited. I like the epilogue. I like the epilogue episode where you were more about Terry McGinnis and everything like that.
Yeah,
I really like that one.
Yeah, you're a true blue DC fan, man.
Yeah, you're DC all over the place.
You like drip DC.
Yeah, he sweats DC.
If you pierce him, he bleeds DC. Yeah.
My thoughts on casting are nothing. I have zero thoughts on casting. Please refer to Batman 89's casting of Michael Keaton, where I said this will be a trash movie, and then it's one of my favorite movies of all time. So ever since that casting, I've literally zipped my mouth for casting. I don't care what they say. When Gal Gadot got cast as Wonder Woman, and the 2 Wonder Woman movies are my favorite DCU movies. We lost J.O. The 2 Wonder Woman movies are my 2 favorite DCU movies. And I was like, she seems a bit skinny. And like my buddy literally destroyed me. He's like, well, you don't know. I'm like, you're right. I said, I had my mouth zipped for like 20 years. And then I opened it and I did one comment. I'm like, I'm not sure about, I'm like, okay. I'm not talking. Because I love Wonder Woman's like one of my favorite heroes of all time. Like it's like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. That's like my 3 favorites.
For me, it's not about the casting; it's about the writing.
Right, exactly. We have to see how this works out because they can cast any. Michael Keaton was a joke character actor. He was like in silly movies.
Yeah,
it's like, and they're like, this is
Mr.
Batman.
Mom.
This is going to be awful, right?
Yeah, Mr. Mom.
And then.
Like, I think it's cool that Ben Affleck is coming back as Batman. I have no problem with that. But if he's going to be coming back as the main Batman, I want him. I didn't like how he was written as Batman.
You don't like the killing. Batman doesn't kill. So.
No, it's not just about the killing. I'm just not. I'm not a fan of The Dark Knight Returns. I just do not like. I don't hate it, but my problem is you skipped all the way to The Dark Knight Returns, but you missed all the other iterations of Batman in the comic book history. That makes no sense.
Yeah, he's not confident anymore. He's just an ass. Like,
yeah, they went like I think Zack Snyder's Justice League went too far into the future with Batman, but I think the Batman went too far in the past. Like I want like
in the middle.
Batman I want like maybe 5 years in or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
So,
you want like in the middle, like the sweet spot. Like I agree. Like and to me, like with The Dark Knight Returns, it's an Elseworld story anyway. So like to me, it didn't make any sense.
Right.
Why he would be how that iteration would be taken in the main continuity.
Right.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Did he call like
the whole speech, man?
I know I should have done the whole. Well, Marcus knows that. He just comes on to say the same line every time just to be a troll, which is fine. I don't mind trolls. I like Troll 2 a lot. I met the cast; they were great.
You don't piss on hospitality.
You don't piss on hospitality.
Nope.
I gotta clip some. I gotta clip some of that stuff.
You don't piss on hospitality.
How do you not have some from the room too?
Oh, I should have some from the room.
I have a question for you, J-Man, because
the answer is 42. No.
Because like people have been talking about Superman in the DCU a lot. So apparently, Henry Cavill wants more money. That's fine. He wants more money, but also he wants more creative control over the director. So he wants to be higher than the director and the writer, and be.
Is that it?
Also,
and God.
And he also wants to see. He wants to be in charge how the characters get be going.
You know what this sounds like? I'll tell you what this sounds like. This sounds like he doesn't want to do it.
Right.
So I'm serious. What he's doing is
he's negotiating high. Yeah.
He's negotiating so ridiculously high that he knows no one's going to do that, and then he's just saying, "Hey, I
tried.
I
tried.
You know." All right, JL, thanks so much for dropping in, buddy. We appreciate it. Listen, I am totally okay with keeping any of the actors from the Snyderverse stuff because and everyone knows I despise those movies, but I don't despise the actors.
It's not the actors' fault.
I would take Henry Cavill. Look, if you wanted me to do it, here's what would happen. I'd take Henry Cavill. I would ignore all that black suit garbage shit. I would start the movie with him being in tights. He would be in the real Superman costume, the fucking blue and red with the proper trunks. That Superman that every single person on this planet Earth recognizes that character. Not I think it's cool to have a black costume. No. he would have the real Superman costume, not weird chainmail looking things, the real costume, and he would fight the guy. And I would use Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is a very fit guy. He's very muscular. He's strong.
And you can do the like, I hate this argument where people say that you can't do the tights, but whoever's the costume designer, they can make it where it fits in the setting of the universe and everything like that, and make it work.
Make it work.
I just hate this argument, like, oh, the tights are outdated and stuff like that.
In Superman and Lois, he had the tight. In Superman and Lois, he had the tights in the first episode, and everyone said that was the best thing ever. Everyone that was tweeted, Instagram, whatever you call it. That was everywhere. Everyone posted an image. Oh my God, look, it's the tights. Oh, this is so great. The Flesher costume. Oh. And it's like everyone loved that. And then it's like, why don't you just keep it? It proved that one episode proved to everybody that you can have Superman in tights if you have a guy who's strong. Look, Henry Cavill's an attractive guy. He's a muscular guy. He can easily be in that costume. It's like Christopher Reeve. Even now, when you look at him, I tweeted a pic of Christopher Reeve working out when he was working. He's like a tall, buff guy. And it's like, why? I mean, this is why people work out. Yeah. What's the point of having Henry Cavill if you're going to give him like a bodysuit and armor and stuff? It's like, well, then anyone could just be Superman. You just need a good guy. You just need a face.
So if Henry, because like if Henry Cavill is being too difficult for Superman and everything like that, because I know not a lot of people like this, but would you be fine if they recast it and stuff like that?
I'm good with anything. I'm good with just forgetting it all.
Arkham, I'm confused as to why they haven't recast it. Like, they can blame Henry Cavill all they want. Like, oh, he wants more money and all that stuff. Number one, that shows me that they didn't contract him, so they're not bonded to him. Because if they have to negotiate how much to pay him and stuff, that means he's not really contracted to them, right? No. So they can recast this and make it their own Superman movie anytime they wanted to, and they never have. It's like, who are you really blaming? Like Warner Brothers is blaming him, but blame yourselves. You own the character, right? Just make a new one. Yeah. What's your problem?
And I can address this to Marcus. Like we're never. You know what? We're not. Fuck it. I'm not going to explain this to you.
Why?
He's a
like if
I would literally block you because you're a troll. But the only thing is, I'm against blocking people. I'm against.
Like the thing is, when people say it's corny and stuff like that, like
if they're not fans of anything and they know nothing.
If it was so corny, they would stop using it in comic books.
Right, and they stopped using it in comic books in New 52, and everyone said it was fucking garbage. And 5 minutes after that, they put it back. Like literally every single comic book reader was like, "This is garbage." I keep looking at his crotch because there should be something red there, and it's like that's what strongman wear. They've been wearing it forever.
People forget. I know a lot of kids today watch the old Superman and 78 Superman and say, "Oh, it's cheesy," but the 70s was full of shit. Like Americans were super cynical. Like Nixon, no gas when you go to the gas station. Like that, the energy crisis. It was madness. That the nuclear arms race, and so, but they made that costume work. They were confident. They had a dude that was super confident, and he was in the trunks and everything, and it worked. You can make it work. You can make it work for a cynical audience. You can make it work with a great actor. Like you can do it, but they don't want to. Like no one believes in what they make anymore in Hollywood.
Right. Henry Cavill was in the Christopher Reeve outfit. Remember?
Yeah.
In those press photos and stuff. He looked great.
Yeah,
he looked awesome.
Yeah,
I gotta look for that. Wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah, look for Henry Cavill in Christopher Reeve's costume. He wore it on set.
I had a chance to buy that costume, and I never did.
You did?
He doesn't
from Superman 4. Yeah, it was at Vegas.
Blue trunks, anyways. It's red trunks. God, get your thing
Jesus.
Right. It's like literally nobody wants edgy, cool Superman. You know how I know that? Because they haven't done it anymore.
Edgy.
Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it.
Yeah, like
it's
as much as I like the New 52, like with the stories, Batman stories were fine, but like I didn't like certain decisions and stuff like that. But like they don't let a lot of people just like the OG Superman. That's why they changed it. Like a lot of the decisions that a comic book fans hated in the New 52, they changed all that decision in Rebirth.
Right. That's why Rebirth was good. I liked a lot of Rebirth stuff. I have to tell you, I liked a lot of Rebirth.
I did like the suit, like the new suit with Superman and Batman.
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind that suit.
In the New 52, did you like? I know not a lot of people. Did you like Wonder Woman's costume?
No, I don't. Okay, I gotta tell you something. I was actually not super. I don't think the New 52 Superman was so bad. There was some neat. I thought it was okay.
Yeah,
Batman.
Yeah, no, I liked it.
Yeah, it was. There was some okay parts.
Yeah.
I don't like. Okay, Wonder Woman. People need to shut their mouths about this. Oh, Wonder Woman's a warrior with a sword and a shield. No, she isn't.
She's an ambassador.
Yes. Wonder Woman is as much of a sword and shield warrior as Superman is an electric blue entity that phases. It's like that happened in comics for maybe 2 years. I remember collecting Superman, and he was like, I have the toys over there, the Funko Pops and all the toys they made of that character. He was energy, blue energy, and he could phase and all that stuff. That happened in comics. Now, you don't go back to that and say, well, that's what Superman is. This is what Superman is. He's an electric being. It's like, no, nobody goes back to that. That was just a thing that was there. I don't know why it just happened to be that. Then he was red for a while. And he split up into different characters. It's just weird, right? Nobody goes back to that. This Wonder Woman is a warrior. No, she's not. She did not grow up as a warrior. The Amazon warriors were treated like shit by the men. They were chained up. They wanted their freedom. They broke free. They went to Themyscira. They went to like their island or whatever. And they're like, we're done with these men. And Wonder Woman was not there. She was not alive. Hippolyta literally created her out of clay. This is the origin I like. And then she, through her love and through the God's power, she came to life. That's why Wonder Woman can be an ambassador. She's the goddess of truth. She's a good person. She uses a lasso of truth. She doesn't use a sword and shield. She can use a sword and shield when she was on the Amazon island fighting and stuff. But when she comes as a superhero, she doesn't want to bear weapons. That's a scary thing. She's trying to be. This is why she wears the flag of America, because she sees that flag on Steve Trevor. She's like, oh, these are your colors. When I go to your land, I'm going to wear your colors to show that I'm with you. I'm not a scary woman with a shield and a sword. I'm a good person. I use a lasso. It's like, this brings out the truth in people. This fucking, she's a warrior. She cuts people's heads off. No, that was a little bit. I'm done with this tiresome garbage.
I love Justice League New Frontier, but the problem is I think it ruined Wonder Woman. Because that was the angle of Wonder Woman in that storyline, in both the comic and the movie. In that, like, she was a warrior and she was helping mortal women in very brutal and violent ways against their male aggressors.
Is that the animated movie?
That's the anime. Well, it's also a comic book.
It's in the comic. Yeah, no, it's in the comic.
Either the comics, like the animated movie, you see Wonder Woman put the guns out and everything like that. And you see,
and she hangs the is she in Cambodia or something? I can't remember, but she
I
hangs
don't
out
know.
the guys. It's in the comic book, though.
Yeah,
and I think from that, people were like, "Oh, she's a warrior." It's like, whoa! This is one interpretation, and it's Elseworlds.
It's Elseworlds.
It's like you gotta calm down.
I didn't like it.
Yeah,
I was not a fan of it.
She's not like this warrior again. Superman's an electric entity. He's a made of energy. So is that Superman to everybody? Like, people keep saying, and then Marcus in his trolley comments of like, oh, this is not my Wonder Woman. Marcus, how many Wonder Woman comics have you read? I've read more Wonder Woman comics than you've been alive. If we counted all of the days that you have lived, I've read more Wonder Woman comics than you have lived. It's like I have minimum 2 long boxes that are fucking filled to shit right now, and it continues on. And that was me giving away a lot of the Wonder Woman comics. I'm like, I can't have all these.
Well, isn't that the whole gatekeeping thing, though? I did watch the video today. It was awesome. From Retro Blasting.
Oh, Retro Blasting did a great gatekeeping video on this stuff.
He says Snyder understood the character.
No, he didn't.
Did Marcus?
No, he didn't.
Snyder, did two of them have a conversation? Yeah. How does he know Zack Snyder understood anything?
Snyder's too much of an objectivist to understand heroism,
right?
And like.
He didn't even get Batman right. So.
He didn't get Batman right. He's the easiest character of all time. He doesn't kill. That's
unless
it.
You hear the filmmaker say something, You don't know.
Right. Anyways,
Like-
Batman can kill anybody except for the Joker. It's like, yes, that makes a lot of sense.
It
I'll
does.
kill all these villains, but I won't kill the Joker because I need him
Yeah.
for the Nightmare universe.
Yeah, I need to talk to him on the car.
Like, but he killed Dick Grayson. I know. I killed the other villains, but I didn't. And then Commissioner Gordon is willing to work with a murderer. Like, it's already questionable whether he would work with Batman at all. But if Batman's a murderer, why would he work with him? And why would he have a bat signal? Even if he worked with him in private, why would he have a bat signal showcasing to the mayor, hi, I'm working with a killer vigilante? Like, it's just so dumb. Oh, Zack Snyder understood everything. He super understood that character big time. And Aquaman pollutes the oceans with beer bottles.
Well,
Like,
want to hear
it's so
children sing.
outrageous. All right, guys. We gotta go. Let's quit. So John, you're gonna be on with us on Wednesday, right? With Running Man?
That's the plan, yeah. Yep.
All right, so that's gonna be good. So John, you're it's actionflix.com. I put the link in the description of this video, plus all my other videos, and that's where they can find you. Steve, your author's page is also a link in my video. All that. Sean, you've got a channel that Sean's been doing stuff on his channel now, so his channel is also got a link in here as well. Woo! So a lot of stuff. We covered a lot of stuff today, so I think that was pretty good. And I will see everybody hopefully on Monday on Clobberin Times channel where we can talk about Batman 321, the real Batman, blue and gray. That's the real Batman. All right, guys. So I think that'll be it for this week. We will see you later.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.